All right, we live. We live. I made kickoff this time. I didn't miss kickoff today. Got three people in here. Shout out to y'all. Kicking off to the Steelers to start things off. Nothing much going on so far. They're just showing the offensive coordinator. What's going on, RoboCop? The Pittsburgh Steelers offense is essentially they're going to run the ball 1,000 times and they're going to throw it to George Pickens for a 50-50 ball. That's essentially their offense. So let's see what we got. Let's see what's coming up. Russell Wilson under center, turning off, play action, got a guy wide open, instant first down. And that is, I think, their jitterbug wide receiver. I can't remember his name, but number 19, they didn't say his name. We got Fly and Adoree Jackson out today. Giants now have the worst average per run defense in the entire league, and the Steelers love to run the ball. All right, here we go. Najee Harris is going to get about 4.5, 5 yards here on first down. Quick 5 yards to start things off for the Steelers. They're not really that great at running the ball, but as you see, the Giants are not good at running the ball, not good at stopping the run at all. Quick hitter. I think that's the George Pickens, and Pickens is going to be a yard short. That's Van Jefferson actually a yard short of a first down. So this will be the first third down of the game for the Steelers. And we got a 3rd and 1 here. Dex in the middle of the line. Looks like they're going to pan across the board. And here we go, Najee Harris, straight up the middle of the defense. And I couldn't really tell what happened there. My eyes kind of went away from the line of scrimmage, but they're showing a replay here. It looks like they probably had to double. They doubled Dex, and they got to the linebacker, and essentially easy work. Michael McFadden kind of got caught in the wrong hole. Michael McFadden hasn't been playing as well as he started the season off doing. And then we got a cutback here from the Steelers, and I mean they are just shredding us. Shredding us. One way to neutralize this pass rush of the Giants is to run the football. And this is not a good start at all for the Giants. And got a false start, I think, or a timeout. Dex is coming out of the game. Dex has been maintaining, but it looks like his cleat just came off. Yeah, it looks like Dex his cleat just came off, so nothing huge right there. All right, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, they'll give Dex a breather. Why not? We can't stop the run with Dex in there, so take him out of there. Got Brian Burns switching sides over right tackle now. And let's see if we can get a run stop. And we just get shredded straight up the middle of the defense again. And again, this offense is not a good run offense. And they're running the football. They're running the football successfully. For those who can't see it, the Steelers are now inside of the 13-yard line. They probably got about 60 yards on this drive already running the ball. Another run here up the middle. Jalen Warren's gonna finally go down after 2 yards. First time that the defense isn't completely shredded, and it makes you wonder, like, where is this coming from? Where is this weakness coming from in this run defense? You feel decent about your linebackers. You like your front line. You're not gonna bench Brian Burns. I think he's good against the run. And here goes Dex just bullying Russell. Here we go, a guy wide open, George Pickens. And they throw the ball. There's a flag down, but they throw the ball, face mask on the offense, so this touchdown will come back. But they throw the ball. We got an instant pass rush, but no one kept contained, and Russ was able to find a wide open guy. Luckily, luckily we were able to get this penalty, and they're going to go back 15 yards there. Yeah, if he doesn't grab that face mask, Russ is probably in trouble. That's why we weren't able to keep contained. Yeah, I hope we run the ball too because TJ Watt and those boys are not going to be they're not going to be very forgiving if we drop back and throw the ball a bunch. We got I think his name is Chris Hubbard playing left tackle for us today. Not the best situation. Here we go, draw play straight up the middle, picking up about 4 yards here on 2nd and 24. So we got a third and forever. So let's see if we can get off the field here on 3rd and 20 in the red zone. Third and line coming in. This is a perfect time to try to force a turnover, try to get a sack. But more importantly, we want to get off the field. More importantly, we got to get off the field. So they're going to check it down. Jalen Warren is going to juke out Bobby Okereke. And Tyler Newman is going to wrap up Jalen Warren. And Tyler Newman actually got hit. Yeah, Okereke is kind of falling off. I mean, it seems like Okereke was more of a Wink Martindale linebacker because ever since he's been in this new defense, he's been just a guy, a jag. I mean, it's unfortunate because he was a great player for us last year. And if he was playing as well as he's played last year with this defensive line, the way they've been rushing the passer, I mean, I really feel like we would have been able to accomplish a lot more. But it's unfortunate. I mean, we're probably going to have to look to get better at linebacker because if you can't stop the run and you have Dexter Lawrence and you got Brian Burns and you got Kayvon Thibodeau, I mean, what else can you do? You can, of course, get a second defensive tackle, but I think there's been some issues at linebacker. I think there's definitely been some issues at linebacker. So yeah, maybe I mean maybe he'll end up getting better as the season goes along, but he was definitely very comfortable in Wink Martindale's defense. What's going on, Kales? So let me go ahead and update this scoreboard. What is it? 3-zip for now. Let me move myself over a little bit. Yeah, but so far we cannot stop the run. Hopefully that doesn't end up being the reason we lose this game, but it looks like it's gonna be. What's going on, Mark? What's going on? Yeah, nothing else new. Do I like our new DC? I think he's done a great job. I mean, we're leading the lead in sacks, but the problem is stopping the run. And he was great at stopping the run before. And we were actually pretty good early on, but I mean, we've had some big runs that we've given up that kind of have skewed those rushing stats. And then ever since Kayvon has been out, Aziz is not a run stopper. He's just not a run stopper. So it is what it is. Yeah, he's really passive, definitely. Um, the problem with that, Kills, is we're playing against. I mean, I don't know what the rankings are looking like, but this is a top defense in the league. This is not a defense that you want to drop back and try to throw the ball downfield against, especially with Andrew Thomas out. Because again, you got Hubbard playing left tackle, and Hubbard wasn't even on this team a week and a half ago. Like I'm looking this up. I think his name is Chris Hubbard, but again, he's not somebody you want back there. Now they're asking who leads the league in rushing touchdowns on the commercial. It's obviously Derrick Henry. We're in our first series. Hopefully not. Hopefully Malik Neighbors can get something going. I mean, literally Malik Neighbors is our only hope. Malik Neighbors and our defense forcing some turnovers, getting some sacks, doing some crazy stuff like that. But that's our only shot. Winning this in a defensive battle and Malik Neighbors making a decisive play. But it doesn't look like our defense is going to show up today. Last week we averaged 2.2 yards a play. We got 8 sacks that we gave up, and we scored 3 points. Yeah, Neil has to look horrible because Hubbard was at least starting in the warmups. And we got Smith Marset. He's going to take the ball out to the 29 and a half. So solid return there. But he could have just nailed it. Yeah, I mean, at this point, you might as well cut Evan Neal because if you don't want Evan Neal to be out there in this situation, I mean, you don't want to play him at all. So I mean, you might as well just get rid of him. All right, Malik Neighbors lined up in the slot. He's been in the slot a lot recently. And we got Tyrone Tracy up the gut. There we go. That's our only shot. Tyrone Tracy picking up 4 to start things off. The Giants have had 17 plays of 20 plus yards, tied for second fewest. I mean, the explosive plays just cannot, they just cannot get going. We just cannot get the explosive plays going. All right. Giants in the shotgun. Malik Neighbors, top of your screen. Another handoff to Tyrone Tracy, who's going to spin off of a guy's back. Had a hole, but the hole closed pretty quickly. And we're going to get about 2.5, 3 yards there. Joe Smo must be a play ahead of me because maybe we run this on 3rd and 1 here for a first down. And if we can run the ball against this team, I mean that's a very, very needed thing. That's something that we need a lot if we stand any chance of winning. Because this defense, they play defense. I'm telling you. Theo Johnson in motion, touch push action, and Daniel Jones going to pick up a first down. Man, his neck is on a string, and he's doing a quarterback string. All right, coming out running the ball 3 times is beautiful. You do not want this tackle going against this, going against this pass rush. Like let this tackle set the tone. Let Chris Hubbard set the tone for the game over on that left side. They're sending a blitz here. Play action. DJ's got to get rid of it. He's taking a shot. Whoa, Slayton down the field. That's what I'm talking about. Slayton about 40 yards downfield off of the play action. Daniel Jones hit him in stride. Perfect throw. That's exactly what you want to see out of this offense. DJ hit it and got hit as he delivered it. Malik Neighbors pulled the safety over. Slayton was right there. Beautiful throw, beautiful catch, and the Giants are in business right in the red zone, right at the 16. You got 2 tight ends in the game, 2 wide receivers, Tyrone Tracy in the backfield. Play action again. DJ's got to dump it off to Tyrone Tracy. Tracy's got some space, and he's going to go down after about 3.5 yards. Pretty much a screenplay there, but Chris Hubbard is kind of struggling. I mean, he's got Highsmith over there. Barely got hands on him. Barely got hands on him. I mean, Chris Hubbard, the new left tackle, was already giving up 2 quarterback hits. All right, Giants here at the 11, 2nd and 5. They still have room to pick up one more first down. Hand off here to Tyrone Tracy. He's hitting the backfield, and this is going to be 3rd and 8 coming up. Not with the Giants one here. You don't want to go backwards here in the red zone. So 3rd and 7. Now, last time the Giants were here early on in the game, against the Steelers in the red zone, DJ threw a horrible interception. So hopefully this time he learns his lesson and we either pick up this first down, score a touchdown, and kick a field goal. 3rd and 7, obvious passing situation. You're going to have to leave the running back in, but then you might want to leave him in as a dump off act possibility. Giants got to snap the ball, and they don't. Whoa! Daniel Jones got hit way after that play. Yeah, and we get a delay of game. I mean, that's just bad. There was definitely a late hit there too. I mean, they just let that go, but the Giants went from a 2nd and 5 here to being on 3rd and 12. That's exactly how you lose a football game after a big play from Darius Slayton. Looks like Steelers are going cover 2 or cover 4, looking like that. Definitely zone defense here. Short throw to Wandale Robinson. Wandale is going to pick up about 6 or 7, and the Giants are going to kick a field goal. I mean, screenplay there. I mean, 3rd and 12. I mean, I guess you don't trust your left tackle, so it doesn't make sense to try to throw it to the sticks. But at the same time, I mean, you're throwing the screen on 3rd and 12. It's not like it's 3rd and 20. But let's see if the Giants can tie it up here, make it a 3-3 ball game, get the defense another shot. And Greg Joseph puts it right through. So not too bad here for the Giants. Big play by Darius Slayton helps the Giants get in the field goal range, and we capitalize on the field goal at least. Not on the touchdown, but not horrible. Yeah, that was definitely a late hit. Um, but it is what it is. Yeah, it shows no trust, but I think that's more no trust in the left tackle than Daniel Jones. I think that's more on the left tackle than Daniel Jones. But yeah, we got to figure out a way to get that guy some help because uh, he is barely getting hands on high. I mean, Hubbard looks completely. I mean, he looks just about as good, or if not worse, than Azudu. DJ is all quick game. Him holding the ball more than 2 seconds is a danger. I mean, this is today is like today. I'm not expecting much from Daniel Jones, and it's not even to say like he's free of criticism because I mean, if he does something stupid, I'm going to criticize him. But today he's going up against the Steelers pass with with no left tackle. As you see, the left tackle isn't even getting hands on the guy. So the quick game today is your friend. Quick game, run the ball, play action as you saw, and take those shots. That's the only hope we have at moving the ball. Watch where he puts that ball away. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is at this point. I will say it was a good throw. Um, I wouldn't say it was a bad throw at all. I would say a much better throw would be hitting him in stride, but it is what it is there. It's Daniel Jones. I'm glad that he hit him because I'm pretty sure I can find that play. I can find a replay of that. And I mean, I'm pretty sure it's up by now. Because from my point of view, it didn't look like it was terribly underthrown, like most of Daniel Jones's deep balls. It didn't really look like he had to stop to catch it. Let's see, Daniel Jones, or maybe I should type Darius Slayton. See if I can find that play. All right, so play action shot. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Daniel Jones hit him in stride. You hit him in stride. Now, it's more about placement than anything because Slade didn't have to slow down, but Slade did have to catch it like this. So, like, if you're playing with I think that's just the arm. That's what I'm saying. I think that's just a like, a arm strength thing. I think you're only gonna get a couple quarterbacks who are gonna be able to hit that like that, but, I would say that was a good throw. I'd definitely say that was a good throw, taking a second look at it. Because usually you get a guy that is, like, in stride, and then he's like, obviously has to slow down, but Slade just kinda turned around to catch that. I wouldn't say it was terribly underthrown, especially getting hit like that. Let's see, that's from the what, 35? Yeah, that's not an arm strength thing. He threw it from the 35. I don't know. But anyway, we got Russell Wilson under center. Hand off to Najee Harris cutting back. Najee Harris is feeling himself today, and he's gonna get 6. I mean, Najee Harris, look at the way he's running the ball. He just looks like he feels like he's a great player now. Yeah, I mean, Dable does that for like 2 game stretches. He turns water into wine for like 3. Mike Tomlin's been doing it for like 20 years. Aziz in the backfield, Russell Wilson is getting rid of it, and I mean, come on. What's going on there? Darnell Washington was wide open. He had a guy on the ground. I don't know if he pushed him on the ground or if he just tripped. Let's see. Yeah, that's just Pennock on Darnell Washington. I mean, that's tough. Yeah, he stepped out about 10 yards earlier. Okay, so they actually did call that right. George Pickens is lined up off the ball, and he just backed up. Okay. Steelers back under center. Man in motion, handoff to Najee Harris. Najee Harris is through this. Oh my God. This is ridiculous. Najee Harris picks up about 20 here off the left side. And I mean, again, like, what is the problem in the run defense here? You got Brian Burns. Brian Burns wasn't supposed to keep. Yeah, that's more of the linebacker issue. Bobby Okereke is supposed to swoop around and stop that, and he just missed the tackle. And there we go, another run up the middle, and they're just pushing. But yeah, this is a linebacker issue. This is a linebacker issue here. This is definitely a linebacker issue because the way that they're running that, I mean, Brian Burns did what he was supposed to do. So at that point, let's see, Russell Wilson taking a shot to Van Jefferson, and they can't connect. But this is this is not good here from the linebackers because whenever you see a defensive end crash down the way that Brian Burns did, that's clearly designed. So by that design, that linebacker is supposed to come there and set that edge, and Okereke just couldn't get around there fast enough, and then he missed the tackle. And that was a little miscommunication from Russ to Van Jefferson. And let's see if the Giants can get some rush here. And Russell Wilson pulling out some magic, and he almost throws an interception. I don't know how the Giants didn't pick that off. Not sure how we didn't intercept that. But Russ was under some pressure, pulled off some of that magic. Let's see, that got tipped by Isaiah Simmons. And yeah, Okereke was in the position to intercept that, but already kind of ran past that spot. Can't see the MOF really well though. Is that I don't know. They can get to the red zone, but I mean the Steelers aren't that great of an offense. But I mean, if we allow them to go down the field every time, it's going to be a repeat of Washington. Like Washington hit their stride against us. The Giants have forever been a get right team for every other team in the league. Like you can't stop the run. Guess what? You can stop the Giants' run game. You can't run the ball. Guess what? You'll run the ball this week. You can't stop anybody on defense. Guess what? You will this week. Okay, middle of the field. Yeah. Yeah, Russ doesn't mess with the middle of the field. He's never done that. What's going on, Allen? But yeah, Russ is always ignored the middle of the field. But I mean, that dude can throw a deep ball down the right or left sideline as well as anybody in the league. Yeah, I mean, like I said, what's going on is Bobby Okereke has really had some issues on both of these runs. When I'm taking a look at it, the defensive line has not been bad against the run. It's been the back. And I mean, PFF, I don't know where they have Micah McFadden ranked now, but they had him ranked really highly. I haven't really seen Micah McFadden doing the same kinds of things he was doing early on in this season. And then Bobby Okereke, I mean, as we see, is looking like he's not playing as well as he was last year, and that could just be the defense. I mean, we might just be screwed on that one. But one thing that's good though is that the Steelers are actually attacking because they usually don't. They're actually leaving, a single high safety back there, so there are going to be opportunities. All of these teams are saying, "Listen, Daniel Jones doesn't have a left tackle, and he doesn't go down the field." So they're all thinking like we should try to attack downfield on Daniel Jones because or what am I talking about? We should, be aggressive and just hold everything in front of us. But Daniel Jones, if he throws it over top, I think there's gonna be some opportunities there. Would I give Slayton an extension? I would think about that. I mean, you got to look at what receivers you plan on taking in the draft. You got to look at what's out there in free agency. I'm leaning towards probably not, but you never know. You never know. It wouldn't be bad for him to be there as a vet with a young quarterback. I think you can get some good plays out of him. And if I did, it'd be like, yeah. Would I be worried if I was a Steelers fan? No, their defense is too good. The Giants aren't going to score more than 30 points if they like completely like outperform things. I just don't see them scoring more than 13 against this Steelers defense with this left tackle. Um, I just don't see that happening. So the Steelers can, I think they can, with the way they're running the ball, they'll be able to score more than the 13 just by kicking field goals. Yeah, I see what you're saying about develop Hyatt, but it's going to start to come really close to Hyatt not being able to be a viable option. Because, yeah, Daniel Jones hasn't been able to hit him on some of these deep routes, but also you got to win on something else besides just one route because it's making Hyatt a little bit difficult to play these days. Slayton in motion, Malik Neighbors at the top of your screen. He hasn't gotten a catch yet. And Tracy's got some space. Tracy up the middle, and now you got a flag. I wonder what that's about. I wonder what that's about. It's probably coming back. Probably coming back. 20-yard run, and somebody's going to take that off the board. Hold offense number 76. Okay. Run in with the holding penalty. That's going to bring that call. That's going to bring that run back. I mean that. I mean I don't know what else. What else you want here? Yeah, he didn't even grab him. He didn't grab him. He tried to grab him, but he didn't grab him. That wasn't even a hold. The guy just kind of turned around in his arms, but he didn't really grab him. Tried to definitely. Like Cam Hayward was not about to. Why are we throwing screens to Wandale Robinson, man? I mean, this dude. I'm beginning to dislike Wandale Robinson on this team. I mean, good guy, great, great, but I'm beginning to dislike him being such a focal point because he's not that good after the catch. He drops the ball in crucial situations. and we just continue to go back to him over and over again, 2, 3 yards downfield, 4 yard. I mean, it's ridiculous in my opinion. Well, 2nd and 8 here for the Giants after, we lost out on that 20-yard run to start the drive. Here we go. Tracy's got some space. Tracy is gonna pick up a first down, and he's right back at the same spot that he was initially. And Tyrone Tracy has some space today in the run game. Let's look at the left tackle. Let's look at Hubbard. Let's see if he's getting involved. Hubbard gets on the middle linebacker. Beautiful stuff. That's a lot of room. A lot of room. I don't know why the Steelers are playing this game like the Giants want to like throw the ball a bunch because like I would think that they would just stack the box. Daniel Jones is going to check this down, and Theo Johnson will juke the guy out, broke a tackle, breaking another tackle, and we got another penalty. I mean, here we go with another flag. A great effort by Theo Johnson is going to get taken back because these refs are going to make sure we don't get the ineligible receiver downfield. Oh my God, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose it. Ineligible receiver. How many times are we going to get? How many times are we going to get this penalty? How many yards has this penalty taken off? I mean, it took a 60 something yard penalty, took a 60 something yard play off the board. That's just ridiculous, man. That's just ridiculous. 1st and 15 again. The Giants go backwards again. DJ's straight dropping back, throwing it short to Singletary, and you got a flag down again. Another flag. Scott Novak making his money today. Let's see. Hopefully that's roughing the passer. All right, roughing the passer. Give us 15 in the first down. I'll take it. Highsmith is like, I mean, he is like drooling. It's like Daniel Jones. I mean, I'm like, he has no difficulties getting back there to the quarterback. No difficulties. Like he has not been blocked or even touched with two hands one time this game. Like Highsmith is destroying Hubbard on the left side. Like he's getting like one hand on him, one finger on him, two finger. Like it is ridiculous over there. And I'm sure the backup is probably thinking the same thing. So 1st and 10 here. The Giants are at the edge of field goal range here. Straight drop back. DJ taking another shot. And Malik is about a yard short, but he definitely was getting held. He was definitely being grabbed there. And Joey Porter Jr. is going to get the benefit of the doubt because of his name. But Malik Neighbors had a step, and Joey Porter Jr. grabbed his arm. He grabbed his arm. He's grabbing his glove. He's grabbing his hand. He's grabbing his arm, and there's no flag. I mean, what? And this is why you should be able to challenge these plays because that was an obvious pass interference. Hand off here to Tyrone Tracy, who's going to go down after about 3. And I mean, that literally is a difference between the Giants maybe being in a position to score a touchdown and it being a 3rd and 7 here, right at the edge of field goal range. That's a horrible no call. That's a horrible no call. Like, that's a horrible no call. I mean, listen, I mean, we probably are going to end up around like 4 or 5 wins this year. Well, we probably could have had 7 wins if it weren't for some of these bad this year. Exactly, but they definitely pay attention to ineligible man downfield. Like they don't miss those calls. Like really, like you expect me to believe that Joey Porter Jr. is like is this lockdown corner that can check Malik Neighbors one on one with no safety help. That's like a narrative they're building. Like the ref have to be getting paid. Like I don't even think that the Giants like it's not even a situation where I'm like, oh, the Giants do that, then they win the game. It's like the refs might have like money on these lines. Like they might have money on like the Giants lose by like 8 points instead of whatever the actual line is. I really feel like they got that kind of stuff up there because there's no way that they can miss these many calls consistently. No, Joey Porter Jr. is a good corner. I'm just annoyed. Like he's a really good corner, actually. He's just not. He's just not. I mean, there's not many corners that are gonna be able to take on a guy like Malik Neighbors with no safety help. Yeah, they have to have a parlay going. Like it has to be something like that. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. Dable said, "Guess they were hand fighting." They were hand fighting. You got Brian Dable doing interviews and between the quarters. If I was Dable, I'd tell them, leave me. Oh my God, false start. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And it's Runyon. And it was Van Roten. It wasn't Runyon. But are you kidding? Like with the left tackle, why is he not the one getting the false starts? Oh my God. 3rd and 12, Daniel Jones just has to try to get in the field goal range. But I mean, other than that, the drive is over. Malik Neighbors, one on one, just inside the 30. This is going to secure the Giants' opportunity to kick a field goal. Right in the field goal range here. I would not go for this on 4th and 2. I'm kicking my field goal. Keep it 6-6. Make it a 0-0 ball game. Why are you going for it? Why are you going for it? This deep. Take your 3 points, man. Tie the game. Take your 3 points. Malik is wide open, and he actually catch. You don't understand, folks. Whenever I see a Giants receiver with the ball in their hands on a 4th or 3rd down, I'm expecting a drop. Malik Neighbors, like I'm expecting a drop because our kicker sucks between 40 and 49. Was that a 40 yarder? I thought we were inside the 30, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, maybe that's like a 42, something like that. But I mean, I'm glad Malik Neighbors caught it. That's all I'll say. Let's go back to the run game now here on 1st and 10 in the shotgun. Hand off to Singletary. Singletary's got 7. Both teams able to run the ball pretty well. It's just our run, 20 yards got called back. And the Steelers have, I mean, just gashed us about 5 or 6 times today already. This is a crucial drive. Now that we got this 4th down conversion, if we can get in the end zone in this drive, that's going to be a big, big, big thing. Because I'm pretty sure this will be the first time the Giants. It would be like I'm not going to get ahead of myself. It would be the first time the Giants had a lead in a little while. Here we go. Play action, and you got a flag already. You got a guy that's going to run into the end zone, and there's a flag. I bet you it's an illegal man downfield. I bet you it's an illegal man downfield. Illegal shift. I mean, what? Like, come on, man. Like, you already know what time it is. You already know what time it is. You already know what time it is. Yeah, Malik wasn't able to get set. Like, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Like, this is what I'm saying. How can you be mad at Dable? And maybe you say, "Oh, they execute if Dable was a better quote." What in the? You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. That's holding if I've ever seen it. That's holding on the defense if I've ever seen it. Our tight end was getting mugged and grabbed downfield. Like that's got to be holding. And they're talking to Mike Tomlin about it. Illegal formation when you got a guy getting held. Oh my god! Like you saw our tight end getting grabbed around his neck while he was trying to run his route, but you're calling it illegal formation. That is not a flag. Whatever. Third and 8 here for the Giants. Singletary out there, 5 wide here for the Giants. They're gonna come after Daniel Jones. And DJ's got to get rid of it. He's throwing a prayer up to Malik Neighbors, and he was out of bounds. Oh man. All right, so the Giants will kick their field goal. It'll be 6-6 ball game. Hopefully we can make it. Oh man. I'm telling you, like we could win this football game if we could just do a couple of things okay. You said you're sick of Brian. I mean, listen, I don't blame Brian Dable. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is infuriating. I don't blame Brian Dable. He did everything that he could have done to get this team in the end zone, and they just messed up every single thing they could have done. 6-6 ball game. But I can't be mad at Dable, and I think he's done a good job this year at not like completely losing it. But I don't blame Dable right there. Yeah, I saw that too. The announcers were saying that the refs are. I mean, you see guys all the time. Um, you see guys all the time in motion as the ball is snapped. Like you see guys in motion all the time. So if they're saying that Malik was never set, that's another thing. But if he was set before that and then he got in motion, then he doesn't have to get reset. But I don't know. I mean, the ref, I think Mike Pereira, one of the ref guys, that's a professional, ref, said it was the right call. But if Malik Neighbors was set before that and then he ran across the formation, then he didn't have to get set again. That's I don't know. How is that even a rule up to interpretation? Yeah. I mean, like, they should be able to review a lot of these calls. I know, like, they're saying, like, "Oh, well, then they just review every play." Well, no, they wouldn't because you have 2 reviews. It's no different than anything else. You got 2 reviews. If you want to use all your review penalties, then they're gone. But at least give us the opportunity. I think Bill Belichick tried to do that. Give us the opportunity to challenge when it's clear pass interference. And I know some people are saying, "Well, that can just change the game because, um, on, last second plays, coaches are just going to throw the flag because somebody's getting interfered with on every play." But it should be something that's just so egregious. I don't know. I feel like that pass interference was huge, and then I feel like that illegal shift, at least the second time, was huge, and they didn't even replay that. Listen, I don't really care too much either way. I feel like Dable and Shane are good enough to be able to okay, now they're showing this Malik Neighbors play. Malik came out of the huddle. Yeah, he got set. So they were saying he had to get set for like a millisecond more. Okay, whatever. Whatever. They're saying that he didn't get set for a second. He got set for a half a second. I mean, whatever. It is what it is. 6-6 ball game. Giants defense got to step up. That's really what it comes down to. Giants defense got to step up. I really believe this. Like in prime time, we get some of the worst calls, and I really do believe that. And I'm not even like, as y'all see, I'm not even a DJ fanboy. But I really do think that Daniel Jones gets horrible calls just to prove the narrative that he's not a good primetime quarterback. I 100% believe that. 100% believe that because I've seen some of the craziest calls that have gotten called. Like especially that Dallas game, I'm still in shock that we got face mask and they called a face mask on us. That's literally like blatantly telling you we we don't care. We're cheating. That's blatantly telling you that. All right, so 6-6 ball game. Like I said, back to 0-0. Let's see if we can actually stop the run here. Andrew Phillips coming down in the box. He's playing your edge defender. If he gets blown up and they run the ball, then okay. They're checking this down, and Najee Harris drops the ball. Love to see that. After he's been so effective as a runner, let him drop a pass here. Maybe get him out of rhythm. They're saying, let's see. I think they got Phillips on the outside. Okay, Nick McLeod's on the outside. Let's see. No, okay, they do have Drew Phillips on the outside today. Okay, so pitch to Najee Harris, and he's got way too much of the edge, and he hurdled a guy. Deontay Banks got hurdled. Let's see. Let's see who got pinned on there on the edge. Yeah, Matt Adams, a bunch of scrubs over here that shouldn't be in the game because everybody's hurt. That's what happened. And if you take a look at that, Tyler Newbern was getting held on that edge too. But they're not calling that. Here we go. Another play action here. And Russell Wilson just skipped it off the ground under pressure. 2nd and 10, so that slows things down a bit. Refs are blowing the whistle, not sure why. Adoree Jackson out, Cordell flat out, Andrew Phillips out on the outside, Nick McLeod in the slot, Deontay Banks on the other side, obviously. I think Deontay Banks can still be a good player. He's kind of facing a lot of it this year. People questioning his effort and everything under the sun, but I think he's going to be a good player. All right, throwing it short, and Nick McLeod did a horrible job making that tackle. I mean, that was just as bad as you could do. He just completely whiffed on that tackle, allowed Van Jefferson to pick up that first down. And guess what? The Steelers are right back knocking in the red zone. Right inside, I think, the 30 now. And now we got my stream buffering. Oh, great. Stream buffering. That's what we like. All right. 2nd and 10 here. Russ in the backfield, empty set. I don't know what happened here. No, they just took me back a play. They just took me back a play. What is this? They just took me back a play. I got to refresh. I gotta refresh. For some reason, they took me back a play because I'm like, how did they get back on the field? Well, I think they just pushed me back like 10 or 15 seconds or 30 seconds, who knows? But for now, they're just outside the 30 here on this stream. And they're gonna turn around and hand this off to Najee Harris, who Andrew Phillips is gonna try to run down, but not until he gets about 5 yards because the complete left side of the line on the defensive line just caved in. And I would love to see who allowed that to happen. All right, four down lineman for the Giants, another handoff. Najee Harris is gonna break a tackle and he's gonna go down here about a half a yard behind the line of scrimmage. Bobby Okereke finally makes a play. So we got 3rd and 4 coming up. Big third down here as we get into right outside of field goal range or right in field goal range for the Steelers. Let's see if they'll go back to the run here on 3rd and 4 or if they'll go to a screen game, dump off. Let's see because I'm sure they don't want to expose themselves to this Giants pass rush just the same way we don't want to expose ourselves. Right at the 25, Russ throwing it short. Pitch catch, Deontay Banks misses a tackle. He got another missed tackle, and George Pickens just spins out of bounds. Literally, nobody really touched him. Deontay Banks is really struggling. He's missed like 3 tackles a day. This is one of my issues with Shane Bowen is that he has these corners off, like playing so soft, so far off the line of scrimmage in these third down situations. All right, another run play here. And the Giants' run defense standing up a little bit. Dexter Lawrence and Brian Burns bringing down Jalen Warren for a gain of 2. Meanwhile, I think Lawrence Taylor is on the Peyton and Eli broadcast. The Steelers have, I think they've got to be over 120 yards running the ball already. Good thing about this Giants defense is, again, like they got 6 points on the board. So, obviously it's working. It's just that the offense doesn't complement it well. Pickens one-on-one with Banks. And you know where Russ is going to try to go to with that ball. He's going to be looking for Pickens all day long. And Pickens, that's not Pickens, that's Jalen Warren, catches the ball out of bounds. So 3rd and 8 here. Let's see if Dex is running on the field or off the field. Hopefully he's running back to the huddle because we need him here on this 3rd and long. All right, 3rd and 8. Russ so far 7 to 12, 93 yards. Don't think he's been sacked yet. He's escaped a couple times. Elijah Chapman in there. Giants got their pass rushers in the game. And let's see where the timeout is coming from the Steelers. So yeah, here we got 3rd and 8. Um, this is the perfect time for the Giants defense to try to force some type of a field goal and keep their offense in it, who's going to also struggle. Let's see. Steelers are going to come out of this timeout soon. They're in the huddle. Russ back out there. Steelers are about average in the NFL, 19th in the red zone this year. Dex out there. Let's see. I'm pretty sure they'll have Dex, Burns, Ojolari, and Chapman. That's probably what they'll have out there, and they do. You got Pickens at the top of your screen. They're definitely going to be looking to get the ball to him. Brian Burns is going to have to get there, and he does. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The pressure was there. We got a hit on the quarterback, and George Pickens was just left alone in the back of the end zone. Let's see. He was getting bracketed, and they still left him alone. Whoa! Does two right feet count? Does two right feet count as in the end zone? Does two right feet count as far as being in the end zone? But he didn't put the left foot down. He didn't put the left foot down. The right foot hit the ground twice. Yeah, Deontay Banks face forcing that incompletion. Let's go. Let's go. He had two right feet down. He put the right foot down twice and then landed out of bounds. Got to put 2 feet down. This ain't college, man. All right, let's go. So the Giants defense holds again. Giants defense holds again. So Deontay Banks coming over in that last second effort to force him out of bounds actually keeps us keeps us in the game. That is hilarious. Two right feet doesn't equal 2 feet. It was like he just decided. It was just like he decided not to put down his left foot because like he had like a good like 3 yards to put his left foot down. I've never seen that before. He double jumped on his right foot. You got to throw that left foot down, pick. You got to throw that left foot down. But I'm glad he didn't because that wouldn't have been very fun. Let's keep this game as close and entertaining as we can. Like let's keep it fun for as long as we can today. I mean, they're two different people. Mike Tomlin is usually not going to do all that, but at the same time, Tomlin did kind of have a crazy reaction when Pickens didn't do it. It's not like he doesn't get animated. But yeah, I mean, I agree. Like I said, last year and the year before, I think Dable was completely out of his mind. But I don't think he's going that crazy this year. And to be fair, like, have you seen some of the bad calls that have gone against the Giants? I mean, if I'm Brian Dable and my players are playing like that, and we're getting bad calls, that's got to be infuriating. Yeah, he literally just double jumped. I don't know why he decided not to put his foot down. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that in the NFL. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a guy double tap the right foot and not put down the left foot. Because that was the first thing I was thinking. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you got to get your both of your feet down, and him double tapping that right foot. I was like, that's not a catch. And I thought they were just going to give it to him. We'd be winning if the rest wasn't on ES. Yeah, I really do think we have a touchdown on the board. It'd be like 13-6 right now, or 13, yeah, about 13-6, or what? What would that be? 10-6 maybe. Let's get out of commercial. I don't know what's going on here. Mike Tomlin challenged it. I don't know why he tried to challenge that. You can't challenge a play that already got reviewed, Mike. Just literally, well, who was talking? None of your business was just talking about how Mike Tomlin was cool under pressure, and was reacting to adversity the right way. And he just challenged a play that you can't even challenge. Like he literally just challenged a play that's not even challengeable. All these guys have egos and attitudes because Mike Tomlin knows that you cannot challenge a play that you just that they just reviewed. All scoring plays are reviewed. Everybody knows that. Oh yeah, you can't go away from the run. This close in the game, you cannot abandon the run because if you do, you already see how quickly Highsmith is coming off that edge. You're not going to be able to. You're going to turn the ball over, and you're going to get your quarterback hurt if you just drop back and throw the ball. So you got to keep running the ball. 8 minutes left. Let's take all 8 minutes off this clock, or let's take a good 6 7 minutes off this clock, and let's go down and score a touchdown. Get the first touchdown of the game. Like the Steelers have completely dominated this game offensively, but doesn't really matter. Scoreboard is a scoreboard. 9-6 ball game. I mean, I'm telling you, this Giants defense, they cannot stop the run. But if they can figure that out next year, if we can have this same type of energy as far as rushing the passer and even covering and red zone defense, then we're going to be really good if we can get an offense to complement 'em. Chris Hubbard has been getting destroyed. Chris Hubbard is getting destroyed. I don't know why they're saying mixed results. He's not blocking him at all. He's not blocking him at all. That's hilarious. Troy Aikman said or Joe Buck said there's been a mixed box. Like it's not been mixed. He's getting beat every single rep. Let's keep chipping over there. Let's keep helping out. Let's keep dumping the ball off. Now they got Hayward over there over the left tackle. All right. Hand off here. Oh, it looked like there was a hole there, and he just got crunched. But I think that was TJ Watt there. That was nuts. That was nuts, man. It looked like Tyrone Tracy was gonna have a huge hole, and he just got decked at the line of scrimmage. Look at TJ Watt's face. Okay, let's hurry up. Let's not let this dude looks a little bit too motivated right there. Giants go back to the run, make this a 3rd and 4. Good they didn't go away from the run. I'm liking the way they're running the football today against a team that does really well against the run. So this will make this a third and manageable for the Giants. 3rd and 3. It's gonna be a long three, but it's 3rd and 3 nonetheless. Cam Hayward is 35 and he just got a new deal. That's crazy. All right, 3rd and 3 here for the Giants. 3 wide receiver set, 1 tight end. DJ's got to get rid of it. He's got a guy wide open, and there's no way that you can expect Darius Slayton to catch that when you're throwing it to Dikembe Mutombo. Why is Daniel Jones throwing it to Dikembe Mutombo? Darius Slayton is not 7'5". Yo, why are you throwing? Why are you throwing that to Dikembe Mutombo? Darius Slayton was wide open. What are we doing that for? You just killed the drive. Like you're getting your receiver, like you're trying to get your receiver hurt. I thought Darius Slayton was your friend. Like, you're trying to get Darius Slayton taken out of the game with a punctured lung. Like, you're this is ridiculous, man. Like, okay, what's going on, Chris? Shout out to Talking Eco for the 199. He says, "How can DeVito be better at hole shots than DJ?" That's a good question. Yeah, rest in peace to Kembe Mutombo. But he would have stood a better chance of catching that than Darius Slayton. Because I mean, I don't know why he did that. I don't know why he did that. You got a guy wide open there, and like we have to fixate on these plays because it's one thing if like Daniel Jones just misses a throw like this, and it's just okay, whatever. But he does this in all of these games. You can't miss all of the crucial plays. You can't miss the crucial plays in these games that end up, not letting you win. Yeah, but the problem is he shouldn't have been rushing a throw because he was open for seconds before that. So he didn't have to rush the throw. He had time. If he would, noticed that the guy was open right there in that hole in between the safety and the corner, it'd have been an easy completion. And then the thing is, like, it was late and high, and so you're trying to get your guy hurt. Yeah, he doesn't throw with anticipation. That's the biggest problem in his game is he doesn't throw with anticipation. Like, you're gonna get Darius Slayton sent to the hospital. He's gonna have a cracked rib and a punctured lung dealing with that type of throw, man. Like, that's the thing is, like, not only is that a first down conversion, that could also be a touchdown. If you hit a guy in stride and that with that much space, Slayton could take that up the middle of the field, and that might be a touchdown. All right, Steelers inside the 20 at the 18. Let's see if the defense can stand up. See if we can stand up here. You know they're going to go back to the run. Stack box here, and Najee Harris is going to pick up 2.5. And they're showing it again here with Slayton as wide open as you can possibly be. Yeah, the ball should be thrown. He stared him down. And he didn't throw. I mean, what are you doing? Oh my god, I'm so mad. So mad. I don't like this guy playing quarterback for us. Sacked. There we go. Azeez Ojolari just decked. He's just he's just decked Russell Wilson. Russell didn't see him coming at all. Oh man, that just made me so mad. So looking at that replay of Daniel Jones staring on Darius Slayton and not throwing it until a second or two after he should have thrown it. But let us see that sack right there. Let us see Aziz make his money. It's not going to be here, but he's going to make that money. All right, short throw here to Jalen Warren, 3rd and 12, and they're going to pick it up because it's the New York Football Giants. That's how you lose a football game. That's how you lose a football game. That's how you lose a football game right there. Handoff here. Jalen Warren is going to get down by Andrew Phillips. Was that Bobby Okereke? It was a physical tackle, so I was like, "That's Andrew Phillips," but it was Bobby this time. That's disgusting, man. Like you should be off the field. Why are you letting them throw a screen like that? What is Nick McLeod doing? Let's see. Yeah, Nick McLeod, you're late. You're late. You're late. And then Pinnock missed the tackle. Like the Giants have been horrible tackling in the open field, like allowing way too many yards after the catch. Tackle him. Oh my gosh. Hey, is Brian Burns okay? This is disgusting. This is disgusting. And like this is what happens is we end up like whatever. Just across the 45, fake screen, and whoa, Jalen Warren is gonna get a guy named Armon Watts who barely plays for us is gonna just destroy the Steelers front line and take down Jalen Warren in the backfield. But man, this is that's just it's just been a couple of frustrating plays that I've seen in the last couple minutes, man. I'm just still annoyed. Second and 13. Let's see if we can keep him behind the sticks. Brian Burns chasing Russ. He got blocked in the back. They didn't call it. They didn't call the block in the back on Brian Burns. They didn't throw a flag. He was clearly blocked in the back. He was clearly blocked in the back. He was clearly blocked in the back. Third and three coming up. Third and three coming up here. Just across the 50, the Steelers at third and three. You got to think this is four down territory. Just over 2 minutes left in the half. Crucial play. Dex is in the backfield and he's taking Russ down. And Brian Burns cleans it up. Russ ended up losing more yards. So 2 minute warning. The Steelers will punt. Steelers will punt. Dex wrapped that up, but Burns cleaned it up. Dex, I mean, obliterated that one on one. You never want to leave him one on one in a passing situation or a rushing situation. Look at Andrew Phillips, man. Yeah, Burns is playing with a sense of urgency that I respect. Like he's playing physical football. Like this is what I'm saying. This is what has me excited the most is this pass rush and Malik Neighbors. And it seems like teams have really just put Malik Neighbors in a box since he's come back. It's only been a week, but he has not been targeted the same way. I think they're trying to spread it out, but he just hasn't been as effective, which is kind of frustrating. Russ is a real Iron Man because he's taking these hits like a champ. Yeah, I mean, but Russ isn't like a frail guy though. He's kind of stout. Who is Watts number 96 is wreaking havoc. That's Highsmith. He's playing against a guy that was a street free agent that we have playing left tackle. Like he has is we have no shot at blocking him. No shot at blocking that guy. That's that's 56 though. You're saying 96. I'm tripping. Um 96 on the Giants. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, he's Armand Watts. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, hopefully he continues to play like this. He had a couple of nice plays so far, so hopefully he continues to do that because we need the help. We need the help there. We need the depth there. Yeah, I saw Watt, and I thought you were talking about TJ Watt. Like, who's TJ? What's TJ Watt's number? But I see what you're saying now. Yeah, he's playing pretty well. That first, that tackle for loss on that run play was a really nice play. All right, Smith Marset is fielding this at the 16. I don't know why he fair caught that. I'm not sure. I'm guessing he thought that the punt unit, the gunner would arrive sooner. But I would have thought that I would have thought that he would have returned that a little bit. But it is what it is. 19 straight drives without a touchdown, longest active streak in the NFL. That's New York Giant football. We'll get the ball in the second half. So listen, just don't give them the ball back. How many how many times are you going to send somebody in motion and run a quarterback draw? Dable, how many times are you going to send somebody in motion? We know that it's coming. We know it's coming. When you send somebody in motion right there from the running back spot, it's a quarterback draw. Second and 12, draw play, Tracy, 3 yards, 39. Quick way to get them the ball right back. We just said we're going to just give them the ball right back, right? Meanwhile, they're trying to break things up between the Steelers and the Giants O line. Patrick Queen's on the Steelers now. Wow. Dable showing that he has no confidence in this offense. I guarantee you, how much you want to bet? I guarantee you they're not throwing it to the sticks on 3rd and 12. I guarantee you they're not throwing it to the sticks on 3rd and 12. 3rd and 12 here, or 3rd and 8. I guarantee you they're not throwing it to the sticks. How much you want to bet? They threw it to the sticks. Darius Slayton, he's open. Go, run. Oh, no. If Darius Slayton was a better player, that would have been a touchdown. If he was a better player, that would have been a touchdown. I had to use my reverse psychology. I had to use my reverse psychology. But if Slade was a better player, I'm telling you, that would have been if that was Malik Neighbors, that'd have been a house call. That would have been a house call right there. There you go, a guy wide open again. Darius Slayton picking up the first down, getting out of bounds. 40 seconds left. Giants cooking. Giants have 29 points in the final 2 minutes of the first half, second most in the NFL. That's crazy. That's crazy. Why we got that many points? That's crazy. All right. DJ, for some reason, is 9 for 13, 133 yards in the first half. I guess miracles do happen. 1st and 10, inside the 35. TJ Watt got a hellacious. I'm so sick of Wandale Robinson picking up his 2, 3 yards every play, man. I mean, like, Wandale is just like a guaranteed 3 yards, 3, 4 yards. It's like running the ball. Nobody blocked right there on that right side for the Giants. 2nd and 6, 35 seconds left. This will make this let's see. Gotta say we're comfortably in field goal range. TJ Watt looks pretty tired, but he is kind of trying to turn things on. So that's something to kind of notice. Highsmith looks like he's gonna be one-on-one with the left tackle. Tracy's gonna have to chip. DJ is gonna take a shot, and he just overthrew Malik Neighbors right there. DJ got hit as he threw. Yeah, I think if he throws that a little bit shorter, Malik Neighbors has a shot to make a play on that, but nobody blocked on that play. I mean, my gosh. And Slay is in his bag today. All right, 3rd and 6. 30 seconds left. Just at the 30-yard line. Field goal is not guaranteed. Daniel Jones got to snap this. He's got to get rid of it. Throws it short, and Eric Gray is going to be a yard short of a first down. Let's see if Dable will go for it here on 4th down. Let's see if Dable will go for it here. Let's see. Yeah, that's clearly not a first down. They're about an inch short of a first down. And please, please make this field goal. Greg, we need this field goal in the worst way. It's a 44-yarder. You're a grown man. You're an NFL kicker. You got to have some type of pride about yourself. You got to have some type of pride about yourself. Right down the middle. Let's go. 9-9 ball game. 0-0 ball game. Tie game going into the half. I'll take it. I'll take it. 1 yard short. Maybe you want to, try to quarterback sneak that, but let's not take the risk in a game that's this close, where your defense has been able to give up only 9 points, even they've been dominated like this. If the defense keeps on holding up in the red zone, I see no reason to try to be aggressive here and lose out on tying this game going into the half. Yeah, we get the ball out of the half, so let's move with it. I see no problem with doing that. Definitely did not expect us to be in it. That's what I'm saying. Like, let's just be satisfied that we're in this game. The game is tied. We're going into the half. I mean, no reason to try to get no reason to try to get too crazy. – 21 seconds here, no timeouts. The Steelers will probably run the ball one time, see if they can make some type of a big play, and then they will most likely probably kneel it out if they don't. So let's make sure that we're in our P's and Q's. Because if we allow a huge run here, we can allow another 3 points. Or worse, they can be throwing it up to George Pickens on like a 40, 50-yard pass, and that's not something we want. So stop the run here on this first play is the number one goal. And like if we can get to 6 wins, I think Dexter Lawrence will actually get the defensive player of the year. All right, so they are throwing it short here, and they have no timeouts. And it's 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, and the Steelers are going to try to throw a Hail Mary here with 7 seconds left. Oh man! All right, Giants got to bow up. They got to bow up here. We can, if we allow a Hail Mary right now in this game, in this situation, and they aren't set, and they aren't set. Wow. Okay. Woo. I was just gonna say if they Hail Mary touchdown here in this game, that would have been what lost them the game. Shout out to Talking Eco for the 4.99. He says that drive shows Slayton is too valuable not to extend, in my opinion, especially if the Giants bring in a rookie quarterback. Hyatt is not a complete receiver. Yeah, Hyatt is not anywhere close to as good of a player as Darius Slayton. He's just not. He has that one trick where he can run a go route, but other than that, he's not even really that great at running a go route because he always gets squeezed to the sideline. So that doesn't necessarily mean that I want to bring back Darius Slayton because I don't look at it as Darius Slayton versus Jalen Hyatt. I look at it as Darius Slayton versus receiver in the draft or receiver in free agency. Like, who knows who's going to be available this offseason? Like, let's take a look. We're in the half, so let's take a look at Spot Rack to see what else is out there at receiver because I think it's Darius Slayton versus another wide receiver. They might want to bring in another guy who's basically like a number one guy this offseason. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not really that good at the line of scrimmage, and he's not good at not getting squeezed to the line of squeezed to the out of bounds marker. All right, so 2025 free agents, Stephon Diggs. I'm not sure if you want to bring in Stephon Diggs coming off of an injury. I'm pretty sure he just had a big injury, maybe a smaller one, but we'll see how the rest of the season goes if he's not hurt. You got T. Higgins. I think T. Higgins got a deal, didn't he? I could have sworn he got a deal. Oh, he got the franchise tag. Okay, so you got T. Higgins, you got Stephon Diggs, you got Amari Cooper. Those are 3 guys that I can see the Giants looking at. Um, just wide receivers. Darius Slayton has to be on this list. He's a little bit far down. Yeah, Darius Slayton is way down there, but I think he's going to be a good player out there on the open market. I think he'll finally get into what is it, 9 digits, 10 digits, whatever, 9 digits. I think it is. 8 digits. He shows how shows me, but yeah, he'll finally get into the 8 digits. I think Darius Slayton is going to get over 10 mil. Um, yeah, I think you're looking at Amari Cooper, who's going to be 31 at that point. You're looking at T. Higgins. You're looking at Stephon Diggs, Deontay Johnson. Chris Godwin just tore something. I forgot what it was, but it's really unfortunate. He tore something. Um, let's see. Robert Woods is an old man. Aguilar, I want nothing to do with. He drops the ball left and right. Tyler Boyd is 29, but it seems like he's disappeared. So yeah, I mean, you're really looking at not too much unless you want to go after T. Higgins, and he's probably going to make like 29 million. So I'm not going after T. Higgins. Maybe I look at Amari Cooper if you can get him on an affordable deal, but they just traded Amari Cooper, so he may be re-signing with the team he got traded to, Buffalo. Yeah, I think T. Higgins. I mean, it'd just be like a replay of T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, really similar players. So T. Higgins, I could see them. I could see them maybe going after T. Higgins since Daniel Jones will be off the book. You'll have a rookie quarterback for 4 years, so I could very much see them going after T. Higgins. But thing with Deontay Johnson is the drops for me. He's a really good player. He's a really good route runner, but the drops for him are ridiculous. I don't know how he's done cleaning that up lately, but I know he's had some serious issues in his career with dropping the ball, like top of the league type of drops. Let's see. He's played 7 games this year with the Panthers. He's played 7 games. He had 30 receptions, 357 yards. So nothing special, but he's playing on. They need to give Hyatt more reps because they don't play him enough. I just don't think Hyatt is gonna become a better player by them just putting him out there. He has some real issues that he has to get better at. Like, I don't think Hyatt getting beat up at the line of scrimmage is gonna make him better at the line of scrimmage. I think that's something he's gonna have to do in practice, and something that he's gonna have to do in the offseason at just getting better. But I don't think him in these games is gonna be really that beneficial to him. And that's the thing is Hyatt used to go up and get the ball, but he hasn't been doing that this year. Um, but yeah, it's really a route running thing with him and a release thing. And he's really only going to be able to be a guy who's in motion, that you get a free release, that you run a that's really all you can think about doing with because even the post, he's not able to really get open consistently. He's not even really, again, able to do that on the go route because he just gets squeezed to the sideline. The scary part about Hyatt is he came into camp this year not improved on anything. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing is, like, we use a 3rd round pick on him, but he doesn't look like a different player than last he looks like the exact same guy. So, maybe he'll come into camp next year, and, like, I'm basically saying this, like, you don't have a 2nd wide receiver in Jalen Hyatt. I think he's gonna be, a 3rd option at best because I just don't see the route running there, and I don't see him getting better there, and I kinda see some stuff that he may not be able to fix. But if you take a look at this wide receiver core, Malik Neighbors right now is your wide receiver 1, and Darius Slayton is your wide receiver 2. Wandale is your wide receiver 3, but they, like, target him a bunch because he's your slot receiver, so they just force it to him, but he's really your 3rd best he's really your 3rd best receiver at this point. So I think you need a number 2. If Slayton walks next year, you have to get a number 2 in the draft, or you gotta get a number 2 in free agency. And finding that in free agency, you might go after a guy like Deontay, just because of, this free agency market. If you wanna find a guy in free agency, Keenan Allen is older. Amari Cooper is a dark horse option, but again, he's probably gonna get re-signed by the Bills. And then you got Marquise Brown. You got a bunch of guys that, I mean, yeah, you know, you're not really getting much. And a lot of these guys, it's like if you're gonna sign this guy, you might as well just bring back Darius Slayton. So I could see them bringing him back on a 1 year deal. Yeah, Hyatt in a situation where he's like an afterthought, and it's like we got to deal with this guy too. Yeah, yeah, he's a problem because they got rocket arms, and he's not going to be faced with the 2nd or even 3rd corner. He's going to get faced with just kind of getting that free release off the line and just running. Sign Deontay and re-sign Slayton and trade Hyatt and Wandale for picks slash good. The thing is, I think you would be able to get Wandale. I think you probably get a 4th or 5th round pick for Wandale, maybe. Hyatt, I don't think you're getting anything more than a 6th or 7th. I don't think so because for him to be a 2nd year player and a 3rd round pick and him not playing, that shows what the Giants think of him, and that shows that these that they're not going to give up a lot for him, pretty much. So maybe you get a 6th or 7th, maybe you get probably a 7th for Hyatt and maybe a 5th for Wandale. But you do get him off the books if you do that. So who knows? Amari Cooper means desperation. Amari Cooper is, I mean, I was gonna say like that was something I wouldn't entertain because he was old, but Amari Cooper is only 30. And he's got some time. He's gonna turn 31 next June. So he'll be 31. I think you can get 2, 3 years out of Amari Cooper, him being a good quarterback or being a good wide receiver. Speaking of quarterback, top 3 bridge quarterbacks for next year. Let's take a look while I got Spot Rack open. Let's take a look. Who's going to be a free agent? Sam Darnold probably has to be at the top of the list because they're going to let him walk unless he like does something amazing in the playoffs. So Sam Darnold is by far at the top of the list because he's played great football. He's only 27, and he's probably your only bridge that could possibly turn into a franchise quarterback. Trey Lance, I'm not interested in. Jacoby Brissett, I mean, he's a bridge, but at the same time, it's like, look at the production you're getting from Jacoby Brissett. Like, he's not really giving you much. For someone I want as a bridge, I want a guy that can at least run the offense and get something good out of it. I mean, looking at Jacoby Brissett, the most he's ever thrown for in a season, in 15 games, he threw 2,900 yards and 18 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. I guess that's pretty much what you're getting out of Daniel Jones anyway. So maybe you do entertain Jacoby Brissett, but this was again in um yeah, so maybe you could entertain Jacoby Brissett. So Sam Darnold, Brissett, Zach Wilson is out there, but I'm not sure if I'm interested in that. Marcus Mariota back up here on Washington, I would entertain. I think he's a solid guy. Um, Andy Dalton, solid. Justin Fields, he's going to be out there. He's going to be a free agent. Joe Flacco, if he's still playing, he's 39, about to be 40. I think he'll probably retire. Carson Wentz is out there. He's on the Chiefs. Wow, Carson Wentz is still in the league. Um, yeah, looking at the rest of these guys, that's really your list. Jacoby Brissett, Sam Darnold, and Andy Dalton. Justin Fields, maybe, but I mean, we kind of already see Justin Fields right now. I'm not really interested in bringing in Justin Fields, but I wouldn't be upset. So you got about 2 or 3 names. Not a huge stopgap year for a quarterback, but I think if you get Sam Darnold, you're probably gonna have to pay him a lot of money because I think there's gonna be some teams that are gonna really be, kind of debating to get him. So yeah, at that point, I think you take a guy in the first round, and if you just feel like, listen, I don't think I love any of these first round quarterbacks, then you take a guy in the second round because I think a guy like Milrow could fall. I think a guy like what's the guy's name? Miller Moss. I haven't seen him talked about much since the beginning of the season. I can see him falling. I can see a couple of these quarterbacks fall into the second round, and if not, trade back into the first round. Get your guy. Like they did for Lamar. Trade back into the end of the first round and get your quarterback. But you should be able to find one. Tank for Arch Manning. Yeah, who knows? You build up that defense, you're not going to be able to tank for Arch Manning because they're already pretty good. I'm not excited about any quarterbacks in the draft. LSU fan here. I love Garrett Nussmeier. I'll be happy with that pick. Um, I think a lot of Cam Ward. Those are the two that I really like. Milrow, I'm not a huge fan of at all, but I could see us taking him in the second round. He could be like a Jalen Hurts kind of quarterback for us. I don't think Jalen Hurts is a special quarterback. I think he's a special leader, and so is Jalen Milrow. So um, I could see us taking Milrow in the second round because I think Dable could get the most out of him. But yeah, in my mind, DJ is done. He's done. It just doesn't make sense. Even if you think he can give you solid with a good supporting cast, it doesn't make sense at this point to continue paying him. You're gonna have to pay him over 50 million next year. We can't get average quarterback play paying him 50 million. So he's kind of got to go. Um, take a guy in the first or second round, and go from there. If you take a guy in the second round, it does not preclude you from taking a guy in the first round the next year. So that could be there out there. Oh yeah, I love Ewers. I love Ewers. He's gotten benched this year, but I do like his tools. But we'll see if he can translate that to the NFL. 50 million is an average quarterback salary at this point. It's just not. Um, Handoff here to Tyrone Tracy cutting back, and he's just going to get ankle tackled. But either way, I mean, whatever debate you want to have, I don't feel comfortable paying him that 50 plus million dollar tag, that 50 plus million dollar number um, next year when we could get a younger guy who can give us similar production for like a quarter. If you restructure, you're giving him more money. You're giving him more years. So there's no way you're going to restructure that. You can't restructure unless you're extending his deal. Look at Tyrone Tracy. Look at Tyrone Tracy across the 50. This is what I'm talking about, Tyrone. This is what I'm talking about. JMS got to that second level there. Oh no, he didn't. But he did get a nice block there. Tyrone Tracy straight up the middle. And I think he's at about what 60 something yards. And Singletary's kind of gotten benched for Tyrone Tracy, to be honest. I didn't think it would happen, but he's kind of had to sit down. 11 carries, 61. And what was DJ thinking? Come on, man. Ah, hopefully nothing bad happens, but I just saw that comment. So hopefully we have another down. So DJ threw something to Slayton, but it looked like it was either a slant or a back shoulder that didn't get done. Yeah, he could have thrown that to Malik Neighbors. Could have thrown that to Malik Neighbors, but miscommunication there with Slay. 90 yards for Slayton, though, by the way. Second and 10 coming up for the Giants across the 45. They're probably going to run this again. And Tracy with a nice run, pushing the pile, making this a 4. 3rd and 4 here. He's had some really nice patient runs that you don't expect from a guy who used to be a wide receiver. 3rd and 5, actually. I thought it was a 3rd and 4, but this is actually a 3rd and 5. 11 personnel here, 3 wide receivers. DJ's got to get rid of it. And we got Malik Neighbors here for a first down. Love to see it. And Malik Neighbors is letting you know that he picked up that first down. This is what we need, man. This is what we need. Giants moving. 1st and 10. Malik Neighbors only at 23. They got one deep safety here. And we run the ball to Tyrone Tracy. That's interesting to me. They got one deep safety and we run the ball. They stacked the box and we ran the ball against it. Giants' first 5 selections all playing. Elijah Chapman has played a lot. He's an undrafted guy. Malik Neighbors in there. Matched up against Joey Porter. Steelers going single high again, unless this is a disguise of some kind. Single high safety. DJ's going to have to get rid of it, and he doesn't. What an idiot. Throw the ball away. I mean, you're gifting sacks. You're gifting him a sack. The same thing that Russell Wilson did. You just gifted a sack. But the problem is, you could have just thrown the ball away. You got to throw that ball away, man. You got to throw that ball away. Now it's 3rd and 19. You're out of field goal range. They can just go into this cover 4 shell, let the pass rush be unleashed. I mean, this is how you kill a drive after some good plays too. DJ's got it. Oh my gosh. He stepped up in the pocket and then he just didn't throw the ball. Why take the sack there? I mean, there was space to run, there was space to throw the ball away, and you just took the sack. Like, I don't know how you can get down the field goal range like that. Just eat the sack. And we got a punt here. Backup kicker, backup punter. Woo! Dane Belton just licked that dude up. But that's frustrating. That's frustrating. That's frustrating right there. Yeah, Hubbard on that last sack actually did pretty decently. Um, making Highsmith run the entire corner and then also fighting through and not letting them sack Daniel Jones after he ran the corner. But I mean, he destroyed. I mean, he destroyed that drive. I mean, it wasn't all Daniel Jones, but it's frustrating that he took those 2 sacks. That puts us out of field goal range. And this is what I'm saying is like, what's the point? If you do think that Daniel Jones is just this good quarterback, it's like we look at what we're getting. Look at what we're getting. We're not getting winning football, so you might as well just pay a guy a fraction of the cost. Take him in the second round, take him at the end of the first round, and that way you can build a team around the guy for what you want to do for Daniel Jones. Because right now you can't be aggressive and say, "I'm going to go out and get T. Higgins. I'm going to go out and get this defensive player. I'm going to go out and pay all this money." You can't do that because you're paying Daniel Jones, a bunch of money, ton of money. So just go out and get a new player, man. It's time to move on. I think the Giants have already kind of decided that. Um, and I think for the first time, I think John Mara like didn't defend Daniel Jones for the first time, if I'm remembering whatever interview he had. But let me see if I can find these contracts by position. Let's see, AP year, APY for 2026 was Daniel Jones's. They won't show you his cap hit. I'm gonna have to go to his actual page. I'm pretty sure his projected cap hit for 2026 is like it's something crazy. Or 2025, I mean. Um, it's actually 41, and then his cap hit for 2026 is 58. So his cap hit next year is lower than it is this year. But I just don't see him even paying the 41. All right. Steelers here on the 16-yard line pitch to Najee Harris, and this time Michael McFadden filled up that gap and makes this a 2-yard run. Should have been a loss, but that's classic vintage Michael McFadden. Plays that look like they're going to be a loss consistently at 2-yard games, but that's a lot better than what we were doing first half. Meanwhile, Deontay Banks is on the sideline. So I don't know what's going on with that, if he's hurt or if he got bent, but that's not a good look for Deontay Banks. Here we go. Dexter Lawrence standing up here against Najee Harris. Najee Harris going backwards here on this play, making this a third and long. All right, Giants pass rush. Let's get off the field. Let's get this offense the ball back. See if we can't run the ball a little bit, make something happen. Say, what's the post? Let's see if I can find the June 1st stuff. All right, Giants here. And let's see if that's a false start or offsides. And they're calling it offsides. It looks like it. All right. False start against the Steelers. So this will make this a third and mega long. Let's see if the Giants can get off the field here and we don't allow another screenplay for a first down. Tackling is paramount here. Yeah, Elijah Chapman didn't cross the line. He can jump around as much as he wants to. He didn't cross the line though. Yeah, like he never crossed the line, so he can move around as much as he wants as long as he doesn't cross it. 3rd and 13 here. Giants gotta step up. Gotta step up here on 3rd and 13. Short throw to the tight end. Gotta make that tackle. You got two or three guys, and we actually get them down. So the Steelers are going to punt here from the 21. Giants defense forces their first punt of the game in the third quarter. Yeah, I can't find the June 1st numbers. Can't find them. I know the dead cap next year is going to be 22 mil. So that means we save about 19. We save about 19 there, I think. Let's see. They got some notes here. Um, Playoff wins would have gave them some extra money. Super Bowl win would give them another extra mil and a half. 19 plus touchdown passes or top 15 passes would give them an extra 250,000. 25 plus touchdown passes or top 10 in touchdown passes would give them an extra 375. 31 and top five would give him another 375. So these are a lot of incentives that he could have hit every year, but I mean, I don't think he's gonna come close to this. 3,700 total yards is something he possibly could do this year and get an extra 250,000, but a lot of these escalators he's not gonna hit. DJ, will he make it 22 drives with no touchdown? Let's find out. Yeah. Yeah, I was really surprised. I thought that tight end was gonna break all three of their tackles and pick up that first down. So I wonder if Deontay Banks is just full out benched or if he's hurt. DJ going for a new record, yeah. I mean, this is ridiculous stuff, especially like the whole home thing. Like Daniel Jones has got to score a touchdown at home before he like ends up going to another team or leaving the Giants. He's got to score a touchdown at home. Like the fans don't deserve that. The fans haven't seen a touchdown all year long, I think, or at least a passing touchdown. I think they got a rushing touchdown, but passing touchdown at home we haven't gotten all year long. Theo Johnson is going to be good. But I mean, if you take a look at it, Theo tight ends almost never are like good, really good players in their first year. Like that never happened. So I'm not worried about. I think Theo Johnson has all the physical tools. You saw you saw him make a guy miss and pick up that first down. He just got called back. All right, Slayton in motion. Singletary in the backfield. Stack box, and the Giants are handing this off to Singletary, and he's going to drive forward for about 3 yards. They're going to call that actually a gain of four. If the Giants are able to pick up four against a stacked box, that's going to be very advantageous for them to be able to hit something over the top. Cam Hayward has played the most games in Steelers history. That's huge. A lot of players for the Steelers. Another handoff to Singletary. Singletary had a little space and then go back 10 yards with a hole, a pointless hole too. I think that was Slay too on the edge. Somebody on the edge. Illegal shift. Illegal shift. Let's take a look at this because I could have sworn he got set. To have 3 illegal shifts in the same game, that's a coaching issue or a ref's issue. I'm still deciding on that, but the coach has to have something to do with it. And it's not to say the coach like controls them, but I mean fundamentals are fundamental. Second and 11 here. Steelers still in single high safety. Still in a single high safety. That really, that's not delay a game. That's not delay a game. These referees are tripping. That's not delay a game. That's not delay a game. That's not delay a game. These referees are these referees are tripping. Like that's crazy. That's crazy. 7 penalties today for the Giants. Like that is not delay a game. I mean, that's how you kill a drive. The referees just did that. The referees just did that, man. Like this is crazy. Like this is what I'm saying. Like and guys are open all over the field. Guys are open all over the field. Guys are open, man. Like, and this is just crazy work right here. Draw play here to Tyrone Tracy, and the Giants will punt. The fact that we end up inside of our own 20 here is like ridiculous. Well, I mean, it's third in like 47. So I mean, I wouldn't expect them to just drop back because you see we can't block. We don't have a left tackle out there. He's not stopping anybody. So you can't drop back and run your offense, but that was just not good. Somebody just ran into the kicker. 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 Hopefully that's the call. Hopefully that's the call because I just watched somebody run into the kicker. So is that going to be called, or the referee's just not going to call that? Is that going to be called or not? Illegal formation on the Steelers. What? Illegal for? I just literally saw somebody attack our punter. I literally watched somebody attack our punter. I literally watched somebody attack the punter. I saw somebody attack the punter. I saw several blocks in the back, and none of those were a flag. Okay. I can't believe this. This is literally like they literally just keep chipping away at it, keep chipping away at it with all these little calls. They had that call in their pocket of an illegal formation in case that didn't go the way they wanted it to go. And that's ball game, people. That's ball game right there. Somebody just attacked our punter and nothing was called. This is crazy work right here. I mean, like, here we are on prime time again, and we like consistently get these crazy calls. Like, I mean, and it's like these are games that we probably lose anyway, but we'll never know because we don't get the opportunity in these primetime games to get upsets because they're going to continue. It's like running the ball. Like they're going to continue to just chip away at it, chip away at it, chip away at it until finally the opponent has a big play because they've given them so many opportunities. Refs killing drive after drive for us and taking points off the board and giving other team points. I mean, I do think we'll be better after Daniel Jones leaves, but I do think that they're trying to screw him over on prime time. I believe there's a lot of truth to that because we get horrible calls. Because like it's not, it's just ridiculous, man. Like let's look at this roughing the kicker right here. He literally took out our punter's plant foot, and the referee is pulling up talking about like talking about there was enough contact for a foul, but someone like it was a clear it was either roughing the kicker or running into the kicker. Roughing the kicker is what I thought it was, but running into the kicker is at the very least what they could have done. So here the Giants are down by 7 points. Can they overcome it? Yeah, that's usually what happens. Like this is clearly a close game, and all of a sudden, yeah. And here we go, false start. Here they go with more penalties, more penalties, more penalties. Here they go. Let's see. Let's see if it was actually a false start. They're not even gonna show that false start because they probably didn't happen. 9 penalties on the Giants offense. Another run here to Tyrone Tracy, a gain of 2, making it a 2nd and 13, already behind the sticks. I mean, I'm just disgusted, man. Like, can we just lose a game and actually lose the game? Like, do we have to get, like, destroyed by the referees too? Like, let the game play out. Like, why can't we just let the game play out? And of course, we're throwing it short behind the line to Tyrone Tracy in the flat late, and Patrick Queen is sniffing it out. So now you got 3rd and 13. The Giants are going to give you the ball right back. The Steelers are going to get this ball back. They're going to go down and score a touchdown, and then it's going to look like a blowout. Like these people are following the script to a T. They're following the script to a T. And if you don't help, wow, he actually blocked him. Let's see, Theo Johnson has got to make a couple guys miss, and he won't. Short of the sticks. Short of the sticks again. This is infuriating, man. Like, Malik Neighbors should have had a walk-in touchdown. Joey Porter grabbed his hand. Malik Neighbors got shut down on prime time. I can just already see all of this. Let's see if they let's see if they run into the kicker again and just allow it to happen. And that'll just go in the end zone. Like I said, the Steelers are gonna go down, score a touchdown. Steelers are just gonna go down, score a touchdown, and the game is gonna look like a blowout. Like, this is nuts. This is completely nuts. Yeah, and Brian Thomas Jr. is out for, like, the next 4 weeks too. Thanks, man. Uh, yeah. I mean, I just don't even know what to say, man. Like, there's just no way. Like, why do we always end up in these situations on prime time where it's like we should be at least at the very worst in the game, but because of some questionable calls, we're on the brink of getting blown out. Football is a game of momentum. Like, they act like football isn't a game of momentum, and they say, "Well, if this didn't happen, then it's clearly something going on here." Can y'all mention anything other than DJ Chat? Refs and O-line has been a much bigger issue. He's mad like 2 bad he's had, like, 2 bad plays. Uh, I mean, it is what it is. The thing is those 2 plays that he missed were, like, probably 2 really important plays. So it just is what it is there. I mean, that's what it's called when you're, top of the league. When you're top of the league and as far as, like, quarterbacks, is that how you're if that's how you're expected to perform, you gotta show up in these big moments, even if it's only a couple of big moments of the game. Like, look at Joe Burrow against us a couple weeks ago. Did not necessarily have that good of a game, but in all of the crucial moments, he showed up. But these refs are definitely destroying us, man. Like, because we be in this game. Like, it'd be a 9-9 ball game at worst right now. They're throwing this short. Micah McFadden is blowing that up. There we go. Yeah, they took Banks out of the game. I don't know why. Like, after he makes a good play, they take him out of the game. All the times where he was like, hot dogging it. Greg Stroman in there playing one on one with Pickens, but Banks is getting benched after he makes a good play. But all these weeks before, he didn't get benched. I don't get what you think you're gaining as Russ is under pressure and he's got a first down here on 3rd and 7. Easy work here. There's no reason to be benching Deontay Banks. You don't have good players behind him. Like, that's ridiculous. What are you teaching? Unless he did something off screen that I just haven't seen, but I'm not sure why he got benched because he literally made a game saving play in the back of the end zone by pushing him out of bounds. But who knows? Whatever. That's what I'm saying. Like, you'll bench Deontay Banks, and there's a lot of other guys that need to be set down. But Deontay Banks is the guy you make an example of. The guy in his 2nd year on a rookie deal that has to be bench for effort, but let's take a look at the let's what play did he make today that was bad effort? That's what I'm saying. Shout out to Talking Ego again for the 199. He says benching Banks for before DJ is foolishness. And that's what I'm saying. It's like it's a lot of guys that should have gotten set down a while ago. But we're benching Deontay Banks and putting Greg Stroman out there for what? For what? For what? As Greg Stroman breaks up a pass. I thought Greg Stroman was about to get toasted right there. But nice play. Because I thought he was about to get toasted. I was about to be so sick. I was about to be so sick. I was gonna be sick if Stroman would have gave that up with Deontay Banks on the bench. Here you go, 3rd and 6 here. They made sure to reset that play clock for the Steelers. They didn't do it for us. All right, 3rd and 6 here. Why are you jumping off sides? Oh my god. These people don't want to win the game. Whatever. Okay, it's on the Steelers. Well, I was about to be heated. I was about to be heated. I was about to be heated, man. You jumping off sides in that situation, I was gonna be sick. Isaac Malo looks like a defensive lineman. 3rd and 11. This is the time where you absolutely have to get off the field or you are losing the game. They're going deep, and there you go. Van Jefferson pushes off, makes the catch, 30 yards downfield, easily pushed off. He pushed off. He pushed off. He extended the arms, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We don't get those calls. We don't get those calls. Sure, that's not a push off. Like, sure, that's not a push off. Like, he didn't push off right there. It's cool. I saw that same thing happen with I think CeeDee Lamb the other week too, or AJ Brown, where he clearly extended the whole arm. I guarantee you, if Malik Neighbors would have done that, they would have thrown a flag. Like, clearly a push off. Like, really? Really? Like, we're just allowing guys to just completely push our corners in the back to catch these passes? Like, really? Like, this is ridiculous stuff. Like, like, it's so obvious. It's so obvious. I know 100%, like, I know 100% that if for some reason, if Malik Neighbors had to adjust to catch that pass and he pushed off like that, that flag would be on that field. It'd be on the field. I don't even know if that's true. To be fair, Russell Wilson didn't look good last year, but I doubt that's true because I think Drew Lock took this job because he thought he might be able to get an opportunity to play. So I just don't think that's true. I just don't think that. I doubt that Shane told him that. Let's take a look at the push off. 3rd and 11. Whatever. Like, we really sit here and watch this every week. Now they're in field goal range because of another missed penalty. Like, I'm disgusted, man. This is game right here. Beginning of the 4th in field goal range. Najee Harris, look at him off the right side, like, and we got a flag. Is it against us now? Holding on the offense, they'll go back 10 yards. Finally. This guy's like 280 pounds. I don't know why he's even playing on the offensive line. Like, he shouldn't even be playing O line. Here we go. Russell Wilson picking up 4 yards. Like, why don't you hit this dude? And if Russ wanted to really run, he could have got like he could have if that was a guy who was faster and this wasn't like ancient Russell Wilson, somebody would have scored a touchdown on that play. Here we go. Wilson throwing it short. Najee Harris making a guy miss, making another guy miss right here at the 29. Here we go, 3rd and 8. How they gonna pick this one up? How they gonna pick this one up? Because the Giants aren't coming back from a 10-point deficit. They're just not gonna do it. They can't come back from a touchdown deficit. 3rd and 8 here. All right, Russell Wilson, all the time in the world, wide open. Drew Phillips, Calvin Austin. Drew Phillips gets toasted first time of this year. It is over, ladies and gentlemen. It is over. 14-point game is completely insurmountable. Like 14 points is an insurmountable lead for the New York Giants. Like 7 points is an insurmountable lead, but 14 is like we might as well be down by 50. Like why should we even watch this team with the team already being bad, and then on top of that, we're we're not getting these calls. Thanks for having us over. Yeah, the game's over, man. Like I feel like starting to record my post game because what do we got? 13 minutes left in the game, and I can pretty much bet you. I can pretty much bet you that I saw something people said that Dex was yelling at somebody. Maybe he was yelling at Deontay Banks, and maybe that's why. Yeah, I think, Deontay Banks did something wrong, and, Dex was yelling at him, and whatever he was yelling at him about, um, he must have messed up pretty bad. Oh, yeah, they can definitely determine the outcome of the game. Yeah, I mean, if they get healthy on the offensive line, they probably are a little bit more effective today. Um, don't get on Big Dex's bad side. Yeah, if Dex was yelling at Deontay Banks on the field, I mean, I can't really say anything against that. Let me update this score. What, 23-9? Like, after we kept this game so close, all it takes is a couple bad calls for you to end up on the bad end of a blowout. Like, this is disgusting, man. And this is what makes me mad is, like, teams are gonna, like, they always leave primetime saying, like, "The Giants stink. We blew the Giants out." And it's like, did you not see what the referees did and how they contributed to your win? Like, it's not like, if the Giants are so bad, with Marset out to the 45 and he should have just took it back. Yeah, I mean, you gotta get a left tackle behind Andrew Thomas that can at least be what, a below average player. Daniel Jones throw the ball away, and you got a drop here from Theo Johnson. It's like whatever you need on the play for things to go wrong, that happens. If it's a referee making a bad call, you're gonna get it. If it's Daniel Jones making a bad throw, you'll get it. If it's a receiver dropping the ball, you're gonna get it. If it's the offensive line not blocking, you're gonna get it. No matter what you need on every play, you're gonna get it. Even if it's a penalty, you're gonna get it. Here the Giants are. 13 minutes left, down 14, and the game is completely out of hand. Throwing it short here. Devin Singletary picking up three. And guess what? You're back on what, 36, 37? Like, you literally can run the football. The game ain't over, but it is over at the same time. You get what I'm saying? Like, the whole playbook should be open. 36 here, right across midfield. The Giants, mind you, started this play around the 45. Started this drive around the 45. And Neighbors is barely going to get the first down, and he got a flag. But it's going back. But it's going back. Holding. What did I say? Whatever you need to go wrong is going to happen. Whatever you need to go wrong is going to happen. Let's see if Illuminor actually held him. Yeah, he definitely held him. Definitely held him. It is what it is, though. Third and 11 coming up. Giants got to go for it, though, because, I mean, 14 points. Expecting them to score 14 uh, after the defense gets a stop, if they got to stop, is just insurmountable. So you got to get it into a range where you can go for it here. All right. Malik Neighbors, first down. Keep it moving. Keep it moving, keep it moving. I don't need you to point Malik Neighbors. I need you to just I need you I need y'all to to keep moving with the ball. All right. All right. DJ's got to get rid of. He's taking a shot. Malik Neighbor dropped it. And he got interfered with and he's hurt. He's hurt. He's hurt. Okay, he's not hurt. He's not hurt. Like you got to be kidding me. Okay, he wasn't interfered with. He just dropped it. He just dropped it, man. You gotta make that catch, man. Like, and this is what I'm saying. Like, he's had drops. Williams had to drop. Dallas had to drop some catch. You drop the ball when your quarterback is Daniel Jones because you're not gonna get that many more opportunities. Look at Tyrone Tracy. Ooh, look at Tyrone Tracy. Woo, touchdown. Let's get it. Ooh, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We scored a touchdown. Let's go. And he got horse collar. He got horse collar, definitely, and they didn't call that. I'm glad Tracy finished that because I thought he was gonna go out at the 2, 3 yard line and we was gonna be screwed. Why are they going for two? Why are they going for two? What's going on? What are you doing? What is this? Oh, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Brian Dable, what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Hey, I don't care what player didn't do what right. Brian Dable, the fact that you ran that out there is ridiculous. First off, why are you going for two? Why are you even going for two? Like, why are you even going for two right there? And why are you coming out in that crazy formation? Just because of that, that's a fireable offense. Just for that, that's a fireable offense. Like that's just a fireable offense right there. I'm done. Like for you to even go for two in that situation is nuts. Like why not be down that's not even a prevent offense. That's like ridiculously aggressive for no reason. Like I don't even know what that was. I don't care. I'm blaming Dable because why even how many times have you seen somebody come out in this formation and it be successful? This is the exact same formation that the Colts came out with when they tried to run that play against the Steelers in that what one of in the playoffs and got destroyed. Like first off, you're down by 8 points. All you have to do is kick a field goal. You're down by 7. If you score another touchdown, You can be tied with them. Now you have to score 8 points. You have to score a touchdown and go for 2 just to tie the game now. When you coulda just kicked that point. That's like a horrible, horrible play. Yeah, I mean, listen, that's a fireable offense for me. Why are they all looking like, what are you doing? Daniel Jones. Oh my gosh. I don't know what we're doing, Daniel. I don't know what we're doing either. I don't know what we're doing either. Here we go. Najee Harris cutting back, breaking the tackle. Like, what is this, Alabama? Like, what is this, Alabama? 2nd and 4 here. Play action. Russ is just going to throw this. Drew Phillips just was laughably fooled on that play. They have not been able to defend this bootleg from Russ all day. Like Van Jefferson should not be a factor. Like he should not be a factor in the game. You know who should be in the game? I feel like maybe you put Deontay Banks in the game. Maybe he's one of your better players. Maybe he's a first round pick. You just sitting him down. You got Drew Phillips playing outside corner, getting embarrassed for what? Another play action here. Russ is stepping up, taking a shot. Guess what? Look at Pickens, man. Listen, Deontay Banks is sitting on the bench, and you got Andrew Phillips playing outside corner. He's actually playing slot, but he should not be playing. Why is he on George Pickens? That's ball game though, right there. That's a dot from Russell Wilson. Am I leaving the score the same for good vibes? I forgot to update the score because I'm not used to the Giants scoring. There we go. Najee Harris up the middle. Whoever that is, who 53 missed him in the hole completely. That is a dot from Russell Wilson though. Like that's a beautiful throw. Yeah, we need a turnover, but I doubt we'll get it. This team isn't too good at getting turnovers. They have had some turnovers in a couple of games, but another throw to Najee Harris, who got hit by Azeez Ojulari, and then DJ Davidson finished it off. So you got a 3rd and goal. Pittsburgh will probably kick this field goal. Um, but it's 3rd and goal, so they might score. Who knows? But I'm trying to figure out why the clock is stopped. Why is the clock stopped? 8:19 left in the game, and the clock has just stopped after they ran the ball. Is Russ coming off the field? What's going on? Okay, why is the clock stopped? Is it a TV timeout? Yeah, they was gonna get embarrassed for that. I mean, that was as stupid as you could possibly come up with. Like, just what a way to just kill the momentum. You know how you keep the momentum is you just kick the extra point. Tyrone Tracy, like, jumps out the window and scores on a long run, and you say, "We're gonna go for 2. We're not even gonna run a play to where we know the snap count." Yeah, I'm glad there's no more primetime games. I wish we played every week at 1 p.m. I just wish that happened every week. 1 p.m. Get it over with. Have a nice day after it, but having to stay up until like 11 o'clock, 11:30 to see this team play like this, to see the referees do what they do is just really ridiculous. And we got a third and goal coming up. Only way we get back in this game here is if right now we get a turnover and not only get a turnover but score going the other way. That's the only way. All right, 8:11 here, 8:09, third and goal coming up. Russell Wilson is 125, 7 for 9, and a touchdown and 5 first downs on third down today. All right, Azeez Ojulari and Brian Burns came through. So they're going to kick this field goal to make it a 11 point game. Not a 10-point game, but an 11-point game. So now we need 2 touchdowns or a touchdown and a 2-point conversion and a field goal. You said keep running. We got to pass now. We got to pass now because we got 7 minutes left. Well, we run. We got, what was that? We had some pressure coming off the edge, but they was ready for it. They're smiling, but it's an 11-point game with 7 minutes left. Like you're smiling, but it's an 11-point game with seven. The game's over. You're smiling like you just like changed the game. Russ has 278 yards today. He's 20 for 28, a touchdown. Najee Harris is 96 yards today. Jalen Warren has 44 yards. They kind of cleaned up the run game in the second half, so I'll give them that. But Russ is destroying this defense. All right, so let's update to 26. I'm pretty sure DJ has 2 primetime wins. He has 1 in the playoffs, and then he has 1 other primetime win against, Washington. So he has 2, but, he loses a lot. When we see the tape, we'll see, why Banks got benched, yeah. Yeah, I'm waiting to see that because He just got set down out of nowhere. The Steelers fans want Tom and gone every year. Yeah, they're crazy. All right, Giants have got to get some chunk plays here. Malik Neighbors was open, and Tyrone Tracy just drops the football. Tyrone Tracy, decent today, 16 carries, 118 yards. Slay has 3 catches for 90. Daniel Jones, he had 133 yards in the first half, and he's got 40 in the second half. Always finds a way to be hovering around that 200-yard mark. Hand off here again to Tyrone Tracy, and he's going to pick up a yard and a half, and he's going to go nowhere. Instant third and long. Obviously, 4 down territory here, down 15, or down, what, down, not 15, down 11. DJ's got to get rid of this, and he throws this to Darius Slayton late and behind him, and no yak will be had today. No yak will be had, but at least Slay gets another 100-yard game. Like, how about you throw the ball to Darius Slayton? Tracy breaking some tackles, still running right outside the 30. Giants moving pretty quick, and he's looking tired right there. He got off the field. He looks tired. He looks gassed. So I think that put Tyrone Tracy at about 130, 137 on 18 carries. Not bad. DJ's got to make something happen. Wandale Robinson is going to pick up 3.5 again. I'm done with that dude. He's got to get off my team. He doesn't really offer us anything. Doesn't really offer us anything. I mean, every time he catches the ball, it's 3 or 4 yards. 5:25. The clock is still dripping. The Giants have got to move it. The referees are taking forever to let us set this up. In the shotgun, DJ's got to get rid of it. And he just throws it in the turf because let's see if anybody was open. Yeah, nobody. It was nowhere for DJ to go right there. There was nobody replacing that area that linebacker blitz from, that Patrick Queen blitz from. Looks like the Steelers are sending another blitz. They're sending the house. DJ's got to get it to Malik Neighbors, and he dropped it. Yeah, he might be one of them ones. He might be one of them ones. Malik might be one of those ones, man. Malik might be one of those ones. Malik might be one of them ones. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, man. You got to catch the ball. Luckily, we make this field goal. The Giants are actually pushing 20. Malik Neighbors, you got to catch the ball. Listen, man, that's something you can't keep doing, man. He threw behind. I don't care what he did. It's the throw, but you also have to catch the ball. The ball hit him in his chest. I'm not trying to hear that, man. We gotta keep it a buck. We gotta keep it a buck. You gotta catch the ball. The ball wasn't placed perfectly, but it was placed in an area where he should have caught it. He had to slow down. Listen, man, I'm gonna have to ask you to tune in on tomorrow because that ball was very catchable. I mean, I don't know what to tell you right there. That's a drop. That's as clear a drop as you can see. Like, okay, he's open right here. No, it hit him in his chest, bro. It hit him in his chest. Hit him right here. I just watched it. I just saw it in 4K. It hit him right here. His arms are here. It hit him in his chest. It hit him in the chest, man. It didn't come nowhere close. It rolled down his legs, but it hit him in the chest. Let's see right here. Yeah, it hit him right in the chest. You got to catch the ball. Like, I mean, of course you want the ball out in front so he doesn't have to stop to catch it, but at the same time, it hit him in the chest. You got to catch it because I guarantee you, if that ball hit him in his legs, he would not be on the sideline acting like how he's acting right now, where he's upset with himself because he knows he should have caught that. Yeah, Slay might be teaching us how to. LOL DJ at quarterback ain't winning shit. Yeah, I think he's joking. Uh, yeah, that's crazy that Dable did that. I really think Dable running that play cost his momentum. And if you look at it, like they had 5 blockers to block 3 Steelers. So good play design, I guess. But at the same time, it's like, why? Why? All right. 8-point game here. Giants kicking it off. Let's get a stop and see where it goes. Yeah. I mean, let's see if we can get a stop. 5 minutes left in the game. 8-point game. I don't know what was going on that 2-point conversion play though. I mean, like it's like they didn't even know the snap count. All right, 26-18 Steelers. Probably gonna try to run the football here. Try to run the clock. Hand off to Najee Harris. He's instantly in traffic, and he picks up about 3.5, 4 yards. 2nd and 7 coming up. They're talking about decisions that need to be had on Daniel Jones. The decision is already made, man. Hopefully, he can land somewhere and be good, but the decision is made. Russell taking off. Roll the ball out, and Bobby Okereke punched it out and picked it up. He punched it out and picked it up, and he's going down. Here we go. Giants got the ball at the 31. 8-point game. 8-point game. 8-point game. Can we get the 2-point conversion and the touchdown? Let's see. That's a clear fumble, clear recovery, clear fumble, clear recovery, clear fumble, and clear recovery. Reached right behind his head, grabbed it. Let's see. Nobody did anybody touch him? Let's see. You're making me refresh my stream for some reason. All right, 4:30 left. Okay, bleeding all over the place. Giants got the ball in Steeler territory. 4.5 minutes left on the clock. This is going to come down to the Giants defense. Let's get in the end zone first. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Okay. Malik, perfect time to make up for it. Perfect time to make up for it, Leak. Perfect time to make up for it, Leak. Perfect time to make up for it, Leak. Picking up nine. Let's go. Let's go. Let's make up for it, Leak. Bobby Okereke bust his arm open on that play. All right. Slayton is one-on-one at the bottom of your screen. This is you gotta. I mean, here we go. Tyrone Tracy is just. I mean, he is just so slippery today. Now he's up over 140. I mean, the Giants have surprisingly been able to run the ball against one of the better run defenses in the league today. It's crazy. Another run, and Trace is going to get a yard, and he's going to sit back down. They're calling somebody in, and it looked like Tyrone Tracy might have a concussion. The way he got slammed on the ground, they're calling for him. Hayward landed on him and started pointing down to him. So let's see. Yeah, his head hit the. Yeah, he's out for the game. He's out for the game right there. Yeah, that's a concussion. Okay, we'll get well soon. All right, you got Leak. He didn't get open. DJ is going to try to take off, and luckily he's able to get at least a yard out of it. Yeah, TJ was chasing him down. 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7. Big play. Big play. Singletary in the backfield. DJ drops the football, and that is ball game for you folks. That's ball game. TJ Watt, Illuminor, Daniel Jones, fumble at the end of the game. There he is. Hat trick right there for TJ Watt. Exactly. That's the same thing that I said. Did you say Tracy would have helped? I don't know. I just know one thing that you got TJ Watt on that side and you stepping up to block who? All right, they're gonna run this clock out now. 18:26. Three timeouts for both teams. Pitch to Najee Harris. Najee Harris coming up field, picking up three. Flag on the play. TJ Watt has 31 forced fumbles. Wow. And they're calling a holding on our defense, on the defensive lineman. just to ice it, just to ice it. Like, just call holding on the defense just to ice the game, make sure that the game's over, give them a quick first down. Tyrone Tracy still walking around. Another handoff to Tyrone Tracy. Giants defense looking really good as far as setting the edge, but he just ran through DJ Davison for like 8 yards. Daniel Jones is the only quarterback I see that has 2 blind sides. And for this to happen today is inexcusable, man. It's inexcusable because Dex is supposed to get defensive player of the year, and now you got TJ Watt making money. 12 players on the field. 12 players on the field. Man, man, man. What a game. Prime time is always the same game, no matter what. That's 2 yards there for Najee Harris. This will be 2:40 left in the game. DJ, you got 2 hands on the ball, man. Hold on to the ball. Illuminor is a good player. Against TJ Watt, though. I mean, he's not an elite player. So, I mean, you don't leave good players on all-time great. Like, Lawrence Taylor ate up all-time great. So, it just is what it is. Illuminor against TJ Watt is I mean, it's TJ Watt. It's the reason that he's a defensive player of the year and all that stuff. I think he's a solid starter, and I think that's much better than what we've had, but, I mean, he's not blocking TJ Watt at the end of the game in a passing situation one-on-one, and they're just letting the Steelers push the pocket now, and you got a guy fighting now. Alright, no more timeouts here for the Giants. 3rd down coming up. You said, "So you put a running back there to help him?" I completely agree. I completely agree. But it seems like they didn't wanna do that. Or it seems either Singletary didn't understand that or they just didn't think that they needed it. I mean, we got the Commies next week. That should be a good game. I don't expect them to blow us out. Um, Panthers, the Bucks, Cowboys, all these games we're probably gonna be in, or we'll probably find ways to lose at the same time. 3rd and 5 coming up. Play action. Russ got time. Russ is taking off. Russ is gonna try to pick this up, and he's gonna go down. So what we got? If I'm the Steelers, I'm going for it. If I'm the Steelers, I'm going for it here. 4th and 2, I'm going for it. I don't respect the Giants defense at all to stop me. If I'm the Steelers defense, I'm going for it. If I'm the Steelers offense, I'm going for it, I'm saying. Why even give the ball back to the offense when you can just end it right now? If I'm the like I said, all day, if I'm the Steelers offense, I'm going for it. Because they've shown me time and time again that first of all, you probably can't stop me from running for 2 yards, and you probably can't stop me from running a boot and picking it up that way either. Funny, if you're the Steelers, they know DJ is doo-doo. Yeah, but if you know that, then you can go for it, and you just trust your defense to get another stop. It just simplifies things because that way you know, like, you don't get a run, you don't get a short throw to a receiver. I mean, you don't get none of that. I would just punt it. I mean, I would just go for it here. You go for it, you get it, and, the game's over. That's why. You just kneel it out. It's 2 yards, and Daniel Jones hasn't been good today, but at the same time, the defense hasn't been good either. They've been good, kinda, but they haven't been able to stop them in these situations all day. So I will ride the hot hand. I mean, Tracy's out, so that changes things, but you got Malik Neighbors over there. He said, "I just want to." That's part of it too. Like, you might as well go for it. After the game, Scott Van Pelt looks like they're punting it. Looks like they're punting it. Because if you punt it, guess what? You can also allow the punt returner to have a punt return. If I'm them, like, I'm getting my 2 yards and I'm just nailing the ball out. And he's fielding this at the 6. So the Giants, is Daniel Jones gonna go 94 yards, folks? Is DJ gonna go 93 yards? Let's see. Let's see. I'm not even gonna look at the chat because I know some of y'all are a little bit ahead of me. First and 10 here for the Giants. TJ Watt on Illuminor again, one on one. There we go. Malik Neighbors off the bat, 8.5 yards. That time he had a linebacker on him, so why not? Why not go there? 149, clock stopped, no timeouts for the Giants. Plenty of time if you got the right guy to go downfield. But we needed probably 2 plays over 15 yards to make this happen. And the Steelers will take a timeout. Why are they reviewing? These referees, man. Anything to kill the momentum. 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 The knee is not down in bounds. The knee is not down in bounds. You're just trying to kill the momentum of the Giants. You're just trying to kill their momentum. Like, you're just trying to kill the momentum. He clearly got out of bounds. You're just trying to kill the momentum. Like, just destroy the rhythm of the offense. Let's just challenge this. Let's take a long time. Clearly, the ball is out of bounds when his knee is down. Clearly, the ball is clearly the ball is out of bounds. Like, y'all are really going to stretch out these last couple seconds, and now all the defense is well rested. TJ Watt is well rested. He's got an oxygen. He's got his lungs full of oxygen. He probably got to get some water. Highsmith got to get some water. He did not have his right knee down. Whatever, whatever. He was not down. Like he was not down. Like here we go. Even in this situation, even in this situation, even in this situation, they're doing this. In a situation where you know Daniel Jones is not going to go down the field and score a touchdown, you got to run this. Like here we go. Wandale Robinson almost dropped the ball, almost fumbled right across the 20. Get up. This Steelers defensive player is laying on top of Wandale Robinson. Ran an extra 5 seconds off the clock. Daniel Jones is horrible. This dude stinks, man. Darius Slayton could have had like 180 yards a day. Like I don't know why he keeps throwing this ball so high to Darius Slayton. 115 here. Looks like they're going back to cover two. Threading the needle to Theo Johnson down the middle. Got to keep the ball moving. Got to keep the clock moving, though. I mean, got to keep, you know what I'm saying? Got to keep moving. Can't waste time celebrating. That's the first time I've ever seen Daniel Jones throw that seam. Got to get out of bounds here, Theo. Perfect way to stop the clock. Right across the 50. At least we can throw a Hail Mary at the end. At least we can throw a Hail Mary towards the end of the game. We're across the 50 now. Second and 7. 53 seconds left. About 40 something yards to go. Like I said, couple plays. We got one play over 15. We just need one more, and then we're in striking distance. Right across the 50. Right across the 50. DJ's got to get rid of it. He's taking a shot. He got hit. Malik Neighbors on the sideline. Caught and out of bounds. 35. There's our second play. There's our second play. Yeah, he was supposed to take that away from Malik, and he just didn't get in his own. Malik making that late rally to get 70 yards there. DJ is taking another shot, and that's going to go out of bounds. I was like, that looked like that was going to get picked off. 42 seconds left. Giants inside the 40. Let's see, 42 yards. 42 seconds. TJ Watt's on the sideline. TJ Watt sideline. Malik Neighbors. Steelers still in this cover two shell. DJ's got to get rid of it. Oh, what an idiot. What an idiot. Daniel Jones is the worst player I've ever seen play football. Daniel Jones stinks. Daniel Jones stinks. He stinks. The guy was wide open. How do you overthrow the guy on the check down like that? I can't believe this dude. I can't believe this dude. Daniel Jones with 2 chances to tie. Listen, I gotta go ahead and hit record. He was open, wide open. 2 people open, 3 people open, and you overthrew the running back. When is enough gonna be enough? Alright, here we go. Alright, I'm about to hit this post game. I'm about to hit this post game. When is enough going to be enough? When is enough gonna be enough? We just saw this. Daniel Jones in prime time once again. Daniel Jones in prime time once again. And this is what we get. This is what we get from him. This is what we get from him. It happens every single prime time game. Let's go. This first off, you know you're gonna get some horrible calls. That's number one. You're gonna get some horrible calls in prime time against the Giants because they're like Daniel Jones doesn't win prime time, so we're gonna make sure he doesn't. So you're looking at you got some horrible calls today. You got some horrible calls, and I'm so mad about what I just saw Daniel Jones do that I can't even remember the specifics of the horrible calls. I know there was a running into the kicker. I know there was a couple of other calls that were kind of crazy. But like I said, at this point, I'm so mad because I just what I saw Daniel Jones do, I can't even remember. I mean, what can I say here? What can I say? Tyrone Tracy showed up against a good run defense, balled out the offensive line, running the football. In the past game, they were going against a juggernaut. Hubbard against Highsmith didn't block him. Didn't block him. Illuminor against TJ Watt. All right, but TJ Watt obviously was going to win that matchup. We knew that. We knew that. So it is just ridiculous that we continue to watch the same game over and over and over and over again. Let's pull up these stats here. Let's just pull up the stats because I just like to just see what the objective numbers were after a lot of these games. Daniel Jones, 24 for 38, 264, sacked 4 times, threw an interception, and fumbled the football. And these 2 turnovers from Daniel Jones, guess where they came? Guess when they came? At the end of the game. When the Giants needed Daniel Jones to step up at the end of the game and tie the game, guess what? He fumbles the football. The Giants find their way after Daniel Jones, might I ask, throws a dot down the seam. I've never seen Daniel Jones throw that down that seam in my life. I didn't see it. He threw a dot down the seam to Theo Johnson and then throws a couple of nice passes to Malik Neighbors. And we're driving at the end of the game. And he looks down the field. There's a couple of guys open. Okay, whatever. He doesn't hit them. And he sees, okay, well, I'm going to hit the check down. Daniel Jones overthrows the check down. Overthrows the check down. Daniel Jones overthrew the check down and hit basically 2 Steelers defenders. And they were so by themselves. The ball, it was so unexpected that they would get a gift right in their lap that they almost dropped it. They almost were like, oh, well, you take it, you take it. And then they're bobbling the ball up in the air. This is what Daniel Jones does to you. This is what he does. This time, this guy really thought, dude, this guy really had me thinking, like, maybe he might actually score right here. Maybe he might. I don't know why I did that. I don't know. I played myself here. I played myself because this guy at the end of the game, fumble, interception. 2 times that you could have tied the game. You get a fumble and you get an interception. Um, these referees today, again, we got some ticky tack calls as far as some illegal shifts. One that's debatable that took a touchdown off the board. Fine. If you want to say it counts, it counts. But before that or after that, I don't even know when that happened. Um, Malik Neighbors is down the sideline and he's getting grabbed by Joey Porter Jr. right here. He's getting grabbed right there. Non-debatable. He's getting grabbed. No call. No problem there. But anytime the Giants defenders breathed, anytime the Giants offensive players breathed, there was a flag. We had like 10 penalties, 10 or 11 penalties a day. And I think all of them were on offense. Or, I mean, out of the 10 or 11, I can look it up. I can look it up. Here we go. Here we go. We had 11 penalties a day, and I can promise you that probably 8 or 9 of them were on offense. Um, a couple of the sacks we took today were Daniel Jones's fault, but I think the other half out of the 4 were just the offensive player's fault. But Daniel Jones got to hold on to that ball at the end of the game. Deontay Banks got benched. Who knows why? They were saying it was an effort issue. We saw Dexter Lawrence yelling at Deontay Banks, and then Deontay Banks wasn't in the game anymore. So who knows what this guy did, but he got benched. That's not a good look, getting benched on prime time. And it just also makes me think, like, if Deontay Banks can get benched, why can't other players get benched? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why can't Daniel Jones get benched for putting his receivers in harm's way for throwing the ball 10, 12 feet up in the air when it's a routine throw? Why can't he get benched for that? And people can say maybe he got benched last week. Fine, whatever. Um, Slay got over 100 yards. Tyrone Tracy went for a buck 45, had a 45 yarder. So even if you take away his longest run, he still had 100 yards. Dude balled out. He balled out. Singletary had 2 carries today for 11 yards. So that shows you that Tyrone Tracy is clearly the lead back now. And Singletary clearly, I mean, he didn't even have a bad game. 2 carries for 11 yards. Eric Gray, absolute goose egg. Didn't touch the ball today as far as running the ball goes. Had a nice kick return from Smith Marset. I think he could have scored on that, but it is what it is. And then speaking of the Steelers kick return, there was a clear block in the back, first off. There was also a clear roughing the kicker. And if you want to say it wasn't roughing the kicker, it was clearly running into the kicker. One of the two. It was clearly one of the two. And neither was thrown. The official that they have as a consultant on the TV said that it was clearly enough to throw a flag, and they decided not to. So the referees didn't give us any help. And I'm sure even if they did call the game the right way, I'm sure the Giants would have found another way to lose the game. I'm sure they would have, but they clearly affected this game. They clearly affected this game. Way too many penalties. Way too many penalties. Some were our fault, and some were just very, very strange. Let's see. Let's take a look at some of the sack leaders, because this is all we really have at this point in the season is that we're the sack leaders. So Mike McFadden, half a sack. Bobby Okereke, half a sack, and a fumble and a recovery. Okereke had 14 total tackles today. Azeez Ojulari, 2 sacks. Azeez is balling. Brian Burns got a sack. So, you know, we're doing our thing. We're doing our thing. We're still up there. Listen, I mean, when is enough going to be enough? When is enough going to finally be enough to say, hey, Daniel Jones is out there and he's losing us football games. Daniel Jones can't routinely make throws with anticipation to where we get to the point to where people are saying that Daniel Jones isn't making mistakes because he's not throwing in anticipation. They're like, there's nobody open. Well, sometimes you have to throw the ball before people get open, because that's what's called being an NFL quarterback. Throwing with anticipation, Daniel Jones just doesn't do. Again, threw the ball to Dikembe Mutombo or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, somebody that was up there, but he wasn't throwing to Darius Slayton and almost got his guy taken out of the game. Did it again to Darius Slayton, another play. And then also, again, on the last play of the game, Singletary, poor Devin Singletary, what, 5'9", all 5'9" of Devin Singletary, is trying to high point a check down. He's trying to high point a check down. So, I mean, at that point, how can you win when your quarterback can't connect on routine throws. Routine throws are 50-50 balls with Daniel Jones. Sometimes it's high, sometimes it's behind, sometimes it's placed okay, sometimes it's placed nicely, but you just never know what you're going to get with this guy. You just never know. And again, the guy threw for 264 today, had some nice throws today, but all of the throws that he missed stand out more because, again, you got guys open, you're not hitting. This is a Steelers defense that we should not have even been able to run our offense again, but we were kind of able to. I mean, against this Steelers defense, we put up 394 yards. Nobody would have expected that. Nobody would have expected that. And here we are again. Tomorrow, people are going to be laughing about the Giants, laughing about what they did on primetime, laughing about Daniel Jones, and the Giants will continue to throw this guy out there, continue to put him in harm's way, so we have to pay that injury settlement if he gets hurt. Knock on wood. Hopefully he doesn't, and for his sake and for ours. But we continue to throw him out there. We continue to put ourselves in these situations where we should not be in. We just shouldn't be in. I mean, how many times do we have to see that this guy is not it? Even when he's it, even when he puts together a nice last second drive at the end of the game with no timeouts, the guy is driving down the field. Even when he does that, he says, "Oh, I'm Daniel Jones. I've got to overthrow a check down and lose the game." I mean, how poetic is this? How poetic was this? So, I mean, this is just completely ridiculous. Malik Neighbors, decent game today, but he had two bad drops in my opinion. And I think he had another drop that was a difficult catch, but he usually would make. So Malik, he's got to get those hands shored up. Got to get those hands shored up. It is what it is, folks. I mean, nobody expected us to win this game. We were at least able to make it entertaining at the end, so I'll be fine with that. But another loss, another step closer to the next quarterback. Another late night as a Giants fan that thankfully we won't have to see again. And the Giants have fallen to, I think, 2-6 now. Who's even keeping track? So we're towards the bottom of the league. We got Commanders coming up. We got the Panthers coming up after that. If we can, who knows? Who knows what will happen these next two games, because the Giants again came out against the Pittsburgh Steelers and put up 394 yards. I mean, so if they can do that against the Steelers defense, they can do that against a lot of defenses. But we'll never know, because I'm pretty sure we return home pretty soon. And if it's going to be like any other home game, it is going to be a joke. MetLife Stadium next week, Giants won't get in the end zone. So I'm rambling at this point. It is what it is. You all have a great night. I just really hope that we can finally break this curse of Daniel Jones after this season, because I'm sick of seeing just losing behavior consistently. When will it ever end? "42 command." Like I said, I won't be surprised if we win that game next week. I won't be surprised, but at the same time, we don't score touchdowns. We don't score touchdowns at home, so who knows? Just who knows, man? Like, this team is so frustrating that they'll win enough games to make us not be able to draft a quarterback in the top of the draft. So it is what it is. It is what it is. So y'all, I'm gonna jump off of here. It's 11:40. We all got stuff to do tomorrow. Man, I can't believe I let Daniel Jones get my hopes up, only to do that at the end of the game. I was like, okay, he's actually moving the ball downfield. Man, he might actually, but nope. Nope. That's the same old Daniel that we know. So I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. You all have a nice night.